Hello. How you guys doing? So did you like the new intro I made? That's pretty cool, isn't it? So anyways, how you guys doing today? Yeah, it's very cool. Gets us in the mood. I'll wait to see if a couple people pop in before I start. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I like it too. I showed my family. They're like, did you make that? I'm like, yeah, I made that. That's cool, huh? Good thing I figured out how to do a couple things. Well, actually, my kids taught me about a little things, and then I figured it out from there. And I think B was trying to help me find music that wasn't copyrighted. So then that way I wouldn't get a strike for it. You know what I'm saying? If I had something playing in the background. Yeah. Looks like a starting of a good movie, right? I was saying something in the chat earlier, how I do lots of crafts. I can do lots of things, but I'm like my own worst enemy. So over a year ago, so I'm pretty sure most of you guys know what a Cricut machine is. Like you can do tons of stuff with it. So, and I got it to make labels and stuff for the products I sell for when I go vending and different things like that. But I also, they had just came out with a mug maker like a year or so ago. So I'm like, oh, I got to get that. I can make some cool mugs and sell the mugs also. So I have a brand new Cricut machine, a brand new mug maker, and probably at least 100 mugs. I'm not even exaggerating. And a bunch of stuff to go with it. And I haven't even tried it. I haven't even tried it because I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm afraid to. I probably could have figured it out by now. It's been well over a year. I spent mucho money because I was working at the time. I spent tons of money. Tons of money. My husband didn't even realize how much I spent. So because I was getting a little bit at a time. And so now it's all in my office. That is more like a storage room right now. Yeah. So anyways, hey, Kumquat, how are you? Let me say hi to everybody. Kendra. Yeah. So let's see. We have, I'm sure some pop fingers were beforehand. Hey, B and Shell and Monk Mom of 3. Hey, Glenda and Sue Bug. Oh, hey, Nessie, sweetheart. How are you doing? My mother dear, who's on the other side of me. Oh, let's see. I'm scrolling down. Hey, Glenda, how are you? Did I miss anybody? Kumquat. I miss Kumquat. Every time I say Kumquat, I think I'm saying a bad word. That's how it feels. Hey, Izzy Pop, how you doing? She's waving. I'll wave back. So my mods that are in here today, because we are going to be talking about exorcism, and I got a few clips to play. I'm going to stop every so often, but I put the speed up because I heard that if you like speed it up a little bit, that it should help some. So that's what I did. So I'll have to keep stopping and commenting on it. And then at the end, we'll discuss it a little bit. But I wanted you guys to view pops. Izzy Pop popped up and I said, went to say view whatever. And I said, Izzy Pop, hey, homegirl. I don't see you in here, but I heard somebody say hi. So sorry, I don't see you on here. Oh, hey, I think I just seen Kathy pop up there. I'm telling you, sometimes, all right, yeah, thank you, Izzy Pop, for putting that up on there. And I'm pretty sure it's at the bottom of the description of this video too, in the about, but I have it at the very bottom. So thank you very much. Oh, sugar, I forgot to put the resources on there. So when I'm done this live, I'll edit it and make sure I put the video links in there. I was going to do it beforehand and I completely forgot. Completely. I won't even be surprised it still gets copyrighted because like they have like many millions of subscribers and views and whatever else. So it's probably going to get picked up quickly. Because last week when I did it, all the footage that I was playing was fine except for one part. And that's because it played for 34 seconds instead of 30. I realize if I keep it 30 or under, it's okay. It seems that way anyways, but not music. Music doesn't count. but because it was 34 seconds. So I need to go back and just, if I delete that, if I just delete that 30 something seconds, and it won't make a big difference, and they'll automatically get rid of the copyright on it. So I don't think anybody's really going to go back and play. A lot of people don't really go back and watch lives that much, but I don't want to lose my hours either.
Yeah.
So I only got like 220 people to go before I get my community page. It seems like it's like only 220, but that 220 feels like it's going to take forever. Hey, Cinnamon, how are you doing? And if I missed anybody here, I'm sorry. Oh, wait, let me put it on my phone. Oh, Rock This Girl. See, I didn't see her pop up here either. This is why I missed the chat. Like, I see all the chat here, and I get the idea of everything that's going on, but I miss bits and pieces of it. And I'm sitting here staring right at it. And it's delayed, too.
Homegirl.
Yeah, I said hi to Homegirl already.
Okay.
Good morning, Rock This Girl. All right, yeah, let me put this on my phone. It is so beautiful outside here today. It's the first time I'm like, oh, it's officially not winter anymore.
You went outside?
No, I didn't go outside. I got the window. Oh, turn it down, turn it down. Yeah, so this way, if I can look down here, I can probably get the thing better. What I should do is charge my tablet so I can actually see the words, because I'm blind as a bat. I have trouble seeing it. I do have my readers with me, but then I'm like this all the time. Yeah, so today we're going to talk about paranormal stuff, exorcism. I was going to do the, because somebody, I think 2 people did actually suggested H.H. Holmes. And then when I was getting information, I'm like, there's nothing paranormal along with it. And matter of fact, they tore down that building to build a post office. And then the post office is on the same lot, but it's not even where the original building used to be. So there's nothing, there's nothing there. Hi, Celica, sweetheart. How you doing? Hi, everybody. Hey, Pollyanna. How are you, honey? Yeah, so that's why I was saying earlier that I want to make sure you guys, every once in a while, when I play the video, if we talk about it, is throw up trigger warning, because some people take that stuff really serious, and it might scare them a little bit. I had a friend that didn't want to hear no talk about anything like that ever at all, because it would freak her out. And I have a couple of views and ideas on it.
Should I go pick her up?
Oh, do you want to share where it is, Kumquat? She said, my next vacation.
Airbnb.
Yeah, is at a haunted Airbnb. July is my birthday month. Here I said birthday month. No, when you get to a certain age, you're like, oh, it's another day.
Yep.
It's not that big of a deal.
Tell me about it.
I've never stayed at an Airbnb, but I've spent nights at haunted places doing investigations. Let's see, we've done many, many houses, hotels, of course, graveyards when we first started. A factory, North Adams, what was that called? It was on TV. It was on Ghost Venture's show. What the hell? It was the Masonic Lodge in North Adams, Mass.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called.
Me too.
Anyways, we did Penn State. We're in our local paper, I think twice, for doing the haunted hotel here in our town.
In the Warner.
Yeah, in the Warner. Yeah. So we've been the Warner Theater. It's a theater in our town. Oh, we did our local movie theater also, the regular movie theater. But that one we had to keep under wrap, hush, hush. And I'm going to say that we did it now only because it changed owners again. They can't seem to keep anybody lately. So yeah, we've investigated many places, but mostly houses, I think. Most people's homes. Oh, Gettysburg. I love doing Gettysburg. Gettysburg was absolutely awesome. Because when we get Gettysburg, not only do we go out to the fields where the battles and stuff were, which is just cool anyways. And we did a couple tour things, but we did Jenny Wade's house, and across the street there was an old orphanage. We would go down in the basement in the cellar and see where the lady used to chain up the orphanage, the kids and stuff, and like dunk that. Well, keep them in a barrel of water for like days. And so there was quite a few kids there that died. We got lots of evidence there. That was years ago. Many years ago. Not looking forward to the coach, mind you. Oh, you have a haunted stadium there? It was filmed too? Oh, that's cool.
Sanitarium.
Oh, sanitarium. See, I don't have my glasses on. We were going to go do in our town a convalescent home that had a building that's attached to it, which is in the neighborhood that I grew up in, which used to scare me every time I walked by and I was a kid, because there's always been rumors that it's haunted. But all the workers, I had family that worked there too, always talk about how it's haunted. Well, we were going to this close to getting the investigation. Like I went and talked to the guy and everything, the head guy, and then he chickened out. He was afraid to get bad flack about it. Do I use dowsing rods when I'm investigating? One of my favorite tools, and I live the one where you can see them. Oh, a live ones where you can see them looks like stick figures. No, but somebody that comes to our church has that program. So yeah, because we started out years ago. So whatever new technology that they have now, we don't have the newest. You know what I'm saying? But there is somebody that comes to our church that has one of those that shows like the stick figures and stuff. That's cool. I wish we would have had it.
What's her name asked the question about did you find bullets in Gettysburg?
Bullets. Oh, yeah, some of the building, well, one building still has, it's only like this big, has a what do you call that? It goes boom and the shell thing goes into the wall. Why the hell can't I think today? Big round thing, it goes boom.
Cannon?
Yeah, cannon. There's the cannon still in one of the buildings, one of the houses downstairs. And you do see some bullet holes on the street. But the cannon, people have trouble finding it because it's small and it's up pretty high, but it's still stuck in the building. Yeah, cannonballs. I am an airhead. But yeah, I'm telling you, that place was very cool. Even if you don't go there to do the investigation part of it, it's like it is a fun family vacation anyways, because it's very historic and they have a lot of things to do there.
When you were saying can, Kathy said cannibal.
Cannibal.
So say hi to Kathy Whalen.
Yeah, I said hi to Kathy before.
Oh.
You guys crack me up. Oh, yeah, I'm sure there is lots in Virginia. I was born in Virginia. My father was in the service. I don't remember. I was little. He was in the service.
Submarine dead.
Yeah. Yes, that's the Jenny Wade's house, Nessie. We did an investigation there. Nessie said, hold on. Did you see the bullets in the house where the lady was killed, Iris? Yes, that was a Jenny Wade's house. And she was the only civilian that got killed, and that was by a stray bullet. That was by mistake, because back then when they had the war, their battles, they didn't even battle in the town. They battled out in the field, and it was timed like this time during the day to this time of the day. So families would come with their lunches and everything to watch the battle. So it was a stray bullet. It was an accident. And she was kneading bread by her front door. But then they said, which makes no sense. Okay. So that's the story they say. All right. Then they say when you go up in the attic that a grenade, or not grenade, cannonball or whatever, went through the roof there. And I'm thinking, That makes no sense because you just told us this whole story on how she was the only civilian that killed and it was by mistake because it was a misfire. And now you're saying a grenade went through her house. But I guess some grenades did go that far. Huh. But the main battles itself was out in the field, like down the road, basically. Yeah, exactly, Izzy Pop. Yep.
Here in New Jersey, kumquat, read your thing.
Here in New Jersey, there's a haunted island called Pea Patch Island. Oh, hold on. Called Pea Patch Island. Ghost Hunters was there. I'm going to go there in a couple of weeks. Wait, I think we went to go look up to see if we could go there, and I forgot why we couldn't. There was a reason. I think it was a seasonal thing or something. I don't remember what it was, but we were going to go there. So all those places that those famous ghost hunters and stuff go to, they have to pay for just like we do. You know, like, oh, you got to go to do an investigation, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because they have open tours. Anybody can go there. It's not just the ghost venture people. Will we put them on? Oh, Kumquat put that on her channel. Yeah, that would be cool.
Her channel's open now. Oh, that place is open now. That island.
I'm stuck in grenades and animals. Where are you from, Shell? I missed a lot of the chat. Oh, it's open now. This was probably, we talked about this. It was probably, it was a few years ago. Yeah, it was, yeah. My mom said probably like 15 years ago. I don't remember why. I don't remember the whole story. I just remembered that we went to go do it. And for some reason, I forgot why. And I think the price that they want us to get for something, I don't know. It was something. It was something.
Kumquat says she's posting everything.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, good. I want to see it. I'm going to check it all out. Honestly, one of the places we got the most stuff from, I think, was my very first investigation. It was at a house in Pennsylvania. It was very haunted. It was part of the Civil War, and you can hear native drumming in the background. I saw my first black shadow, scared the shit out of me. Outside, saw a little girl in a window. First time I actually saw orbs with my naked eye. It was very, very cool haunted place. We did somebody else's here in our state, old farmland. Actually, a movie that Leonardo DiCaprio filmed on their land. We did investigation there, probably like 5 times, lots of times. Got something every time. Actually, I got so many different stories from different places we went to.
Kumquat says.
All right, sweetheart, Izzy.
Kumquat says you can get the times if you want for that island.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, so like I was saying, like some of those places that you go do investigations at, like you pay, they charge a fee. That's how they keep the buildings and stuff up and running, is they do tours and they charge a fee to do investigation at. So in most places, the fees are not that expensive, but I don't know if Jenny Wade's house still does it in Pennsylvania, but they had some equipment that you could use when you rented. I think it was like $12 a person. Like it was dirt cheap. And but we had our own equipment, so we just brought what we had anyways.
You're reading Suba?
No, what happened is I got frozen still because it was out in the field, out, not even next to the house. I was in a far corner, and I'm like, and because it's black and dark out, so I'm like, I keep blinking my eyes and stuff, like thinking that I'm just seeing stuff, and I see it getting a little closer, a little closer, a little closer. Oh, I wanted to run. And my husband was in the same area, but it wasn't near me. So I'm trying to act nonchalant, like it's not scaring the shit out of me, but it really is. I'm like, babe, come over by me. Trying to act like I was cool.
The real rat room is here. I don't know.
Hey, Hopi.
Oh, that's
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So, oh, yeah. I guess we should start. I mean, I can tell you stories all day. So I guess we should start doing a thing with the investigations and stuff. Yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to Come Quiet if you haven't already. And let other mods know if you have a channel that you want to be put up here. So anyhow, so like I was started saying before, I wanted to do something different and about exorcisms, because I always wonder to myself, how much of it's real? How much is it fake? Is it even real? Is it even fake? Or you know what I'm saying? And people really have different strong beliefs on that. And of course, I have opinions just like the rest of us do. So I think that would be a pretty cool discussion, and see how people feel and think about what an exorcism is, or if you guys even believe in them. So how many people in here do believe in exorcisms, or you think it's possible to be possessed? Just curious before we get started. And hopefully, because I already got them all set up, the couple clips I have more, but I'm like, we're going to spend here all day watching different clips. So I got a couple clips set already and already set to speed up. Yeah, I think it's possible too. I think the well, we'll talk about it more afterwards. Yeah, see, and that's scary. So a lot of times I think, I don't know, we'll talk about it later. Let's get these videos going. And so I'm debating if, can I play the whole thing through if it speeds it up? You know what I'm saying? Or should I still stop it? Because it's different. Different things happens in different people's channels, and some of them don't get copyrighted. So I'm always never know what the hell to do or what is good or not, But I did speed it up a little bit. And I did watch videos to see what was able to be done and what isn't. Oh, and then I was thinking maybe at least one of them, I could just have you guys listen to it in the background and not even, it's sped up. Have you guys listen to it and not play the video itself, just have the background, somebody talking. So anyways, we'll figure this out as we go. What's the worst that's going to happen? I'll have to delete it. It is what it is. At least we had fun at the moment. All right, so let me see. And then afterwards, I'll have somebody, if anybody wants to come up here and join and talk with me, and we'll have a discussion about it. Because it's nice to have different people's point of views too. And it's a lot nicer than sitting here and just talking to yourself. Because even though I'm here talking to you guys, I'm looking at a camera, looking at myself, and I feel like I'm talking to myself, and it's a little awkward. All right, so let me remember how to do this again. Let's see, which one to do first. All right, I think that one.
Tracy's here.
Oh, hey, Tracy, beautiful. How you doing, honey? I think I remember how to do it this time. Okay. So I'm wondering, oh, hold on. Before I hit play, I think this is one that we can just listen to. Oops, I clicked out of it. I think this is one of the ones that I'm just going to have you guys listen to. All right. Oh, Mom, can you see that on a camera?
No,
All right.
not yet.
All right. I'm checking it for a minute. So if I go in the background, if you guys can see it, I just want you guys to hear it. I don't want you to see it. And then let me double check. So I'm pretty sure I have it set for, okay. Yep. The playback is a little faster. You ready?
trained as exorcists after a global explosion in demand for exorcism. The International Association of Exorcists, which represents more than 200 Catholic, Anglican.
Wait, was it echoing?
No, not here.
Hold on, you guys. I forgot to mute my camera and turn. So it was echoes because I forgot to mute myself. So then I muted myself and then I started commenting on you guys on here saying hi and how I forgot to mute it. So you guys didn't hear me or miss much. So let me try this again.
In 2018, the Vatican held a training course for priests to be trained as exorcists after a global explosion in demand for exorcisms. The International Association of Exorcists, which represents more than 200 Catholic, Anglican, and Orthodox priests, have called the growing number of demon possessions a pastoral emergency. Friar Cesare Truqui has commented, "Today we are at a stage crucial in history. Many Christians no longer believe in the devil's existence. Few exorcists are appointed."
Yeah, so they said that there's not as many as there used to be. I think that's kind of telling too, which we can talk more about that later. But then there's another video in here later that talks about how in the past few years that they're starting to bring some more back because they think it's environment and stuff. So everybody has their opinions, they have their views, but we'll see.
Her name was Amber. Here.
Hi, honey. How are you doing? Can you guys please remember to put a trigger warning in the comments for it because it might be some sensitive information for some people. Oh wait, forgot to mute again.
And there are no more young priests willing to learn the doctrine and practice of liberation of souls. For his part, Pope Francis has spoken cautiously about exorcism, and while he's placed a premium on mental health care, he has also said that genuine spiritual disturbances must be referred to exorcists. So what exactly is going on in our world? Are we under demonic attack? Hello and welcome to another episode of the Infographics Show. Today we're taking a look at some real-life exorcisms. It's a strange conundrum we find ourselves in. Global
Sorry, I have to keep stopping it again. So this is going to be interesting because it's going to tell a little bit of history and stories about, I think, if not in this one, other ones, I think this one mentions like a couple of people we've known that they made movies out of, like The Exorcist, and what was the other one? Emily Rose, Exorcism of Emily Rose, but I don't think that was her real name, right? I was going to play a whole video on her too, but I'm like, there's too many videos, you know. But if we have time, maybe I can, because it gave a lot of information about that case that I didn't even know about. So maybe if we have time, we can listen to that one too, because it was pretty cool that I listened to this morning.
The number of people who adhere to strict religious standards is on the decline, and faith in science and mental health care has largely replaced faith in the divine. Yet, even with our modern mental health care and centuries of debunking possessions as simply mental illness, cases of demonic possession seem to be on the rise. You've probably heard that famous quote by now, "The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist." Have we all been fooled into complacency by Satan? Are we in mortal spiritual peril because of our lack of faith?
That is a pretty interesting thought too. So I kind of wonder about that also.
Repeat it so we know what you're talking about.
What?
He said what?
So the guy was just saying that they're wondering if it's a decline on the if there was a decline on the exorcisms stuff is because people are losing faith, you know, so they don't believe in it. Basically, is what it was saying.
We can't answer that question for you, but we can explore some of the most shocking exorcisms in recent history. Annalise Miguel. In 2005, the film The Exorcism of Emily Rose was widely regarded as the new The Exorcist. A terrifying film, the movie portrayed an exorcism that was loosely based on the real-life exorcism of a German girl named Annalise Miguel. Miguel grew up a devout Catholic and attended Mass bi-weekly, and for all intents and purposes appeared to be a normal teenage girl. Then, when she was 16,
I'm telling you, I think maybe I'll have to play that video because it really explained how it started from her in the beginning to the end, and how and why they thought that she might have been possessed or not possessed, if I remember correctly. Anybody that came in here that I didn't see yet, hi, how are you doing? Because even though you guys aren't, Iris, you look beautiful today, sweet. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
Who's out there lying?
My mother wants to know who's out there lying. Anyways.
she suffered a severe convulsion that struck from out of the blue, and doctors were quick to diagnose her with temporal lobe epilepsy. A few years later, she suffered another seizure while staying at a psychiatric hospital and was prescribed an anticonvulsant drug for the first time. The drugs unfortunately did nothing to alleviate the problem, and soon Miguel began describing devil faces that she would see throughout her day. She was then prescribed another drug, Owlep, which was used in the treatment of psychosis and schizophrenia, and was meant to curb those delusions. However, by
So that's interesting that they at least originally first started doing trying to treat her for epilepsy.
Salsa said she likes her hair.
Oh, thank you very much. How you doing, Salsa? So anyway, I lost my train of thought. So we'll continue on it, and I'll tell you guys what I was thinking in a minute when I think of it. My brain is like, woo, today.
1973, Miguel was suffering from deep depression and began hallucinating while she prayed, as well as hearing voices telling her that she was damned and would rot in hell. Despite more treatment at a psychiatric hospital over the course of 5 years, her health did not improve and her depression deepened. Then suddenly, Miguel started exhibiting an intolerance of Christian sacred objects and places, refusing to walk past crucifixes or to drink from a holy Christian spring. When taken to a holy shrine, she complained that the ground burned her feet.
Just out of curiosity, I'm sure most of the time people believe that that this story is true. Do any of you or know who she is? So do any of you guys here believe that she was really possessed? I'm just curious. I wonder if you believe that she really was, or if it was maybe an underlying medical issue. I'm just curious what people think.
Can we see after the video?
And she was unable to physically approach the shrine itself. When she looked at the people praying in front of it, she described as seeing them gnashing their teeth angrily or in agony. Soon after, she claimed to no longer be able to look at the pictures of the saints, for they sparkled so brilliantly that they blinded and hurt her. Miguel's desperate family appealed to the church for an exorcism, but the church declined over and over again, instead encouraging the family to continue psychiatric treatment. Miguel worsened during this period, becoming physically weak and displaying heightened aggression. She would also
I forgot and I went over to 32 seconds. So we'll find out if I got to delete that clip. We'll find out. I just wanted to see what some of your comments were in here.
Salsas were retracted.
Oh, were they in here looking for? Oh, they are retracted. Oh, they might have deleted it. I think they were looking for tarot. Tarot's on Tuesday. Tomorrow I do oracle though. I'll do spiritual oracle readings tomorrow. All right, let's continue.
Charlotte Nessie said they don't think it was medical.
Infestation, opposition, possession. Okay. No, it's not medical. Okay. Cool.
Also regularly hurt herself, eat insects, and drink her own urine. In 1973, she was prescribed more antipsychotic drugs and mood stabilizers, though they did nothing to improve her health. In 1975, the church granted permission for priest Arnold Renz to perform an exorcism, although only under the strictest secrecy. The last thing the church wanted was a media circus around the poor girl's house. On September 24th, Renz performed the first session and would ultimately perform 70 exorcism sessions on the
You guys all see my stank face for a second? I freaked out because, I don't know, my finger hit something. Stuff started popping up on the screen. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if it was screwing up everything. Anyways, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, that many exorcisms. That's pretty scary. Actually, that's a very scary thought, especially if was those just in the United States in his time. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine all the ones across the world that we don't really hear about them anyways. So it's kind of a scary thought.
stricken girl over the next 10 months, claiming that she was possessed with several demons, including Judas, Nero, Hitler, Cain, Lucifer, and others. Miguel would try to weaken the evil spirit's hold on her through self-flagellation, often beating herself so hard that she had to be helped when standing. On July 1st, 1976, and after 10 long months of failed exorcisms, Annalise Miguel passed away. She weighed only 68 pounds, and an autopsy confirmed that she had died of malnutrition and dehydration.
That is so sad for her. Like, I can't even imagine. That's torture. That is absolute torture. Whether we think it's really was an exorcism or if it really was a mental illness or really could have been a medical reason. Regardless, that poor woman suffers. She suffered for a long, devastating time, and that completely breaks my heart. So just so you guys know, I can't see the chat. So I'm not ignoring anybody or anything that's going on. I can't really see the chat while I'm playing the video because I have the screen over and I want to make sure on the other, you know what I'm saying? I have it flipped over to another page. So I can't see the chat at the same time because I'm checking for that 30 seconds. All right, I'm going to mute it and start all over again. Thank you for putting up the trigger warning.
Priests involved were put on trial for manslaughter, and during the course of the trial, 47 tapes recorded during the exorcisms were played for the jury. In the tapes, Miguel is heard to be vomiting, growling, and snarling like an animal, and at times, what sounds like two distinct voices can be heard arguing with each other. If you do a YouTube search right now, you can find some tapes for yourself, if you dare listen. The priests involved would end up getting 6 months prison time, which was later suspended, and 3 years of probation. After the trial, Miguel's
Do you guys think that the minister should have gotten, the priest should have gotten any time at all in jail? What's your guys' opinion on that? Oh, is it V? Is V the one with the headache?
I thought it was Tracy.
Oh, Tracy.
Oh.
Whoever has a headache, I'm really sorry, sweetie. Go get some rest.
Monkey ass is here.
Exactly, Shell. He's a priest, for fuck's sake. Exactly. Especially, they did it in good intent. I think it was the malnutrition that was probably some of the biggest factors, and she had tons of broken bones. So I wonder if they thought they were purposely not feeding her, which makes absolutely no sense to me. Maybe the kid was possessed or had a mental illness and is just refusing food. I don't think, anybody purposely does that. And I definitely, from what it sounds like, I don't think the family did. Unless he's just weak or intentionally harming. No, exactly.
They said she was eating ants at one place or another.
Yeah.
Maybe she was eating them just.
parents asked the court for permission to exhume the body so that they could rebury their daughter in a proper coffin and with a proper ceremony, claiming that the original burial had been rushed. When Miguel's body was exhumed, several people claimed that the body had not deteriorated as expected, though medical professionals who examined the remains said that the decomposition had proceeded normally. Still, one nun claimed to have had a vision of Miguel's unblemished body, and to this day, her burial site remains a place of pilgrimage for many devout believers. Roland Doe.
All right, I just remembered something. So I remember hearing, hey, Kim, how are you? So I remember I didn't really see Kim in here because like I said, I can't see a chat while that's playing, but I did see somebody say hi to her. So I'm not ignoring anybody. Hello, how you doing? All right. So anyways, that just reminded me of something. So I heard once, I don't know if it's true. I never dug that deep into it, but I heard once that they don't feed them during the exorcism to starve the demon out. I do not know if that's true or not. I did hear that theory one time, and I'm wondering if the lack of malnutrition was because maybe I heard it on a documentary about her. I'm trying to remember now. So I'm wondering if maybe they were holding food back from her to try to, I don't even know. But the other really reason why I remember hearing about that is because when I was hitting mute to go play again, my mother said, well, maybe they really weren't feeding her. Maybe that's why they said that she was eating the ants she's seen on the floor because she really was hungry. And it just made me think, wait a minute. I think I remember hearing something about them not feeding somebody that's possessed while during the time when they're doing the exorcism. Don't know if it's true or not. I didn't get into it to look it up. So anyhow, let me get back to this. Oh, hold on.
The 1973 film The Exorcist shocked and terrified audiences around the world. Yet, just like our previous exorcism served as the basis for a future film, so too was The Exorcist based on a real-life event that happened decades before. The case would be so disturbing for all involved that to this day the identity of the victim remains unknown and goes only by the moniker Roland Doe. In 1940, a 14-year-old Doe was distraught over the death of his favorite aunt, who was herself a spiritualist. Before dying,
To me, that was interesting. I always assumed it was a girl because the movie it was a girl. I had no idea, but I got a funny story about that. So when I was like 5, I used to go to my godmother's house all the time with my cousins, and I would spend the night. I don't know if they're babysitting me or whatever, but I was there a lot. And I remember watching The Exorcist when I was 5 years old, being scared crapless, like terrified. That was the most horrific movie I had ever seen at that point. Obviously, I was only 5 years old, besides Jaws. And so I guess I asked to watch it from what I hear. I don't remember that. But then again, when you're 5, you think you can handle anything. But I remember those old crochet blankets. When you have it like this, you can see through the holes. I remember being like that. Terrified me. But I'm sure my cousin also had me watch it because she thinks she was funny because when she babysat me, she would like play jokes on me, like take me to the park to play at night and then pretend she's dead on those merry-go-round thing, whatever the hell you call it. So I don't know. Either way, that scared the hell out of me. And the funny part is I seen the movie again a couple years ago, and it was like the worst made movie ever. I mean, it was a good movie, but the graphics compared to nowadays to then, I'm like, how did this even scare anybody? And now it's laughable.
she had taught Doe how to use a talking board, or a Ouija board, as we know them today. And after her passing, young Doe tried to use the board to contact her in the great beyond. Doe, however, contacted something else, something far darker and more sinister. Soon after making contact with the demonic entity, strange things began happening around the house. The family heard the sound of marching feet around them. Objects were levitated or flung across the room. Furniture was violently pushed over, and religious iconography shook from the hooks on the wall. Not content to torment.
So I guess in this case, they're thinking it came from the Ouija board. Hey Tara, how you doing, sweetheart? So in this case, it sounds like they're thinking it started with him through the Ouija board when he was 14. Oh, hey Monkey Ass, how you doing, sweetie? I don't know. I mean, they say that you can call anything in. I guess it's possible, but I think it's really a rarity. Okay, this is my theory on this. All right, and this is the truth. If you open yourself up for good, you open yourself up for bad. All right. And let me explain my theory and my reasoning on this. All right. So when I do tarot cards, if I even play with a pendulum, if I open up myself for spirit, because you guys want to communicate with somebody on the other side, okay, that's all forms of different kinds. It's all different kinds of names, but it's all different kinds of forms of divination, okay? prayer to me opens you up. All these things open you up, right? So if you're to do a Ouija board, all right, I don't think you are at any more risk than if I did tarot or a pendulum or even praying at these times. Because if you ever see the pattern of it, now let's hear me out. This is why all the work I do, we always ask. You ever see like people doing tarot? They always ask for protection and love lights to surround them. It's because we're opening ourselves up. We're opening ourselves up to receive the message communication. Well, negativity can sneak right on in, right? So we do a protection. Even in my faith, people think we do bad things and we do these circles around us and do it. Really, it's really we're calling in light to come around and surround us. Okay. So honestly, that's what we're doing. So even when we pray, we ask for light to surround us and protect us at all times. So to me, if you open yourself up for good, you have a potential by mistake, open yourself up for bad. They have done studies before in the past about most exorcisms that had occurred. It's from families that really, really were faithful. Do I think that's why they're possessed? Absolutely not. I think that they opened their heart so much for God that these evil beings are like, oh, I'll show you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't really know how it goes. That's just my view and my opinion. I can believe 100% wrong. Like literally, this is just my opinion. I do know for a fact, though, that anytime, even if I go do an investigation before I walk in, I ask for white light and for protection. When I leave the investigation, I ask for them not to follow me and for protection when I go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we go around cleansing our house. We get rid of the negativities so we don't get a chance for anything to slip in. So in my heart, if you open yourself up for good, you also got to protect yourself against the yicky at the same time. So it may not be your guys' opinion. That's just my opinion, and that's just my theory. So whatever anybody else believes, it's fine.
Doe at home, though, the entity even followed him to school, where witnesses claimed that his desk was pushed across the floor. With the demonic activity taking a toll on the young boy, Doe was taken to doctors and psychologists, though none could pinpoint anything specifically wrong with the child, and they certainly had no explanations for the supernatural occurrences. Frustrated, Doe's parents approached their Lutheran pastor, who invited the boy to stay at his home for the night in order to observe him. During the course of the night, the pastor claimed to have heard scratching and clawing.
Interesting. I'm still shocked to hear that it was a boy. I really thought it was a girl this whole entire time. So it's not that I'm superstitious, and I'm always curious about these subjects. So I might talk about them, like say on here, we'll talk about it a little bit, but I never really dove really, really, really deep into it out of fear. I'll be honest. I know somebody actually who has done exorcisms before and has worked with the Warrens. Okay. I don't know about their experiences or anything. They just brought it up in whatever, because they were telling me about like what herbs and different things that you can use for that type of stuff, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But anyhow, maybe I can get them on here one day. But anyways, so I didn't really dive that deep because I don't want to be into that world, to know that world. Does that make sense? It's some of the places we investigated at. Not all of them were the best places. I don't know if we really went to demonic places, except the old house we lived in. I'm kind of on the fence about that, but I wouldn't want to be put in that situation. Like, that's not what I would ever want to do. We used to have news crews, like email my mom and stuff all the time. Not news crews, different channels email my mom. And the one thing they wanted to know was, we want to know if you've done any demonic places, and they want information on it so they can go do that. So that's what these big channels do. They'll find different investigators, and they email every investigation place, any paranormal group they can think of, basically, because we had tons message us and to try to get information about different places we went to. We make everybody sign contracts before we did an investigation. So we would never give out people's information anyway, so we wouldn't do it. We wouldn't tell them yes or no, regardless where we went, what we did, who they can contact, anything. So that's just how we did it. What other different paranormal groups did it is on their own. You know what I'm saying? But trust me, a lot of big channels would email us sometimes.
sounds coming from the walls, and even saw a heavy armchair get knocked over completely on its own. The very next morning, he advised Doe's parents to immediately contact a Catholic priest. Edward Hughes conducted the first exorcism on the boy at Georgetown University Hospital, which ended in disaster. In the middle of Hughes' prayers, the enraged child slipped free of his restraints and tore a bed spring from the mattress, using the sharp metal wire to slash the priest's arm. Hughes very quickly referred the family to William S. Bowden, an associate of College Church in St.
Interesting. Very interesting. You're searching for Sasquatch this weekend? Ooh, please take lots of pictures and take a video recorder with you to quietly listen to the background. I don't know much about it, but I hear sometimes they live out in the middle of the woods, but near bodies of water, and at dusk, you can probably capture them more. I'm just giving you an idea. I don't know, but I'm really excited to hear. Please bring a recorder.
Louis. Bowden and another priest also chose to observe Doe before deciding if an exorcism was proper or not. And while under observation, Doe's bed began to shake violently as objects moved on their own. Doe also began to speak in a guttural voice and displayed an extreme aversion to religious objects. Taking their findings to the Archbishop gave his permission for the rite of exorcism to be performed again. Doe's exorcisms went on for weeks, and during one exorcism with 3 witnesses, wounds appeared all over Doe's body. Some of the cuts and lacerations were said to
Oops, I unclicked it when I went to hit it. Can somebody please drop Kim's link? That is Living Life After 40. She's an absolute sweetheart. Her father's a hoot. So anybody has a channel on here, just let somebody else know and they'll drop your link. That's where I'll shit my pants. Kim, you got to have a conversation with V. She will freaking crack you up. I'm telling you, she is absolutely hysterical. So anyways, and Kim's absolutely hysterical too. And she has this cutest little Southern Belle voice. Thank you, Queen Nessie. Thank you, Tiffany. Tiffany, make sure you put your channel up there too, hun. If I'm correct, you do have a channel too, right? Okay.
resemble words or even demonic faces and would quickly heal. Doe also became supernaturally strong, far stronger than a 14-year-old boy should be, and at one point, Roland violently attacked one of the priests, breaking his nose. Doe was also witnessed to speak in perfect Latin, despite having no schooling in the language, and some of these events were witnessed by up to 48 people. Roland Doe survived his exorcisms, which appeared to have been a major success. The child's anonymity has been strictly
Yeah, so they talk about superhuman strength and blah, blah, blah. I think some of that could be adrenaline if they're not really possessed. All right, so this is one of my beliefs that I have. We'll talk more in discussion about it later. I just want to say it now because I know I'll forget. 2 minutes from now, I'm going to forget.
Because I was dying to say it.
What?
The high energy and how it affects people. And
Yeah.
get
So,
those.
but not just that. Okay, so shit, what was I going to say? I told you in 2 seconds I was going to forget. What the hell was it? It was good too. Oh, okay. So think about it. All right. So you ever hear of people if somebody always tells you you're bad, you're bad, you're bad. Oh my God, you're so bad. I wonder if you're possessed. And that ends up getting brainwashed in your head. And I think subconsciously that can make somebody act out like they're possessed. They're told they're bad. They're told they're not good people. So you're going to act just like you're told. Just like if you tell yourself, somebody tells you every single day that you're not good enough, you're going to feel like you're not good enough. You know what I'm saying? But if you are always told how beautiful and loving and stuff you are, then you're going to be beautiful and loving. You know what I mean? Like you are what your environment is around you. So I wonder if sometimes parents mistakenly got whirlwinded out of it and created a hurricane and created that monster. I'm not saying that's what happened in these circumstances, but I think with some of them, I think that's possibly what could happen is that what if to say like the mom had a mental illness and she's those paranoid type and thinks, oh, my kid act out possessed by the demon. I really didn't know a mom that was like that, by the way. That's what gave me this idea. And so exaggerated the situation, got the kid thinking in its head, oh my God, I must be possessed, and then start believing in himself and then start acting out. I don't know if it's true. I have no idea. So I think a lot of the possessions probably aren't possessions. I really think it is environmental and mental illness and medical reasons. Not all of them, but I think a good part of them. But that's my opinion.
Preserved to this day, though the only surviving priest who took part in the exorcisms assured people in the 1970s that Roland had grown up to be a perfectly healthy and successful man, with no recollection of the events surrounding his exorcism. Unfortunately, not much hard evidence exists of Doe's exorcism, aside from the journal of one of the now dead priests, and the strict anonymity clause that Doe's family requested has for decades prevented anyone from discovering his true identity. Yet, while skeptics consider the event to be false, there is
So if this is in the 70s, there's a good chance that he's definitely still around and really alive. I really wonder. I wonder if anybody's done any updated stories about it. That would be interesting to know. And to get to know about the family and get to know about his story and what had happened. I would really like to know, actually. I'm still shocked it was a boy and not a girl.
still the question of why at least two devout religious men would go to the lengths of creating such a tall tale. One who spoke about it until his death, and another who refused to speak of it and only documented in his personal diary, discovered after his death. Surely, if the exorcism had been nothing more than a fictional story, a priest wouldn't have gone through the trouble of including it in his diaries, which were never meant to be made public. Yet many skeptics doubt that Roland Doe was anything more than a partially wily young teenager, and an investigation into
So do any of you guys know much about this story at all? Thank you, Queen Nessie, for putting up that trigger warning. So I'm curious, do any of you guys know much about this story? Y'all know, you see that in my hands. Y'all know I'm about to turn off my camera for a moment. I'm just curious. I just want your guys' opinion. I really want to know because you don't hear nothing ever about it. I don't know. I didn't dig too deep into it. All right. This is part of the reason why, too, I didn't dig too deep into it. I think movies are fake. All right. Remember when I told you? So, all right. So the Haunting Connecticut is nothing like the original story that really happened. They have to make it up for theater. So it's so outstretched. It's not even based on a true story at this point even anymore, even though they said so. When we did that investigation here in our town for the hotel, you can look it up. It's about the Yankee Peddler Inn. When we did the investigation here at the hotel, they made a movie out of it, which is absolutely horrid. So when we went to the premiere, I'm all excited that they're going to have a haunted movie, about this hotel. It was so far outreach that it had nothing really to do at all with based on true storyline, even though they called it based on true story. And the movie was absolutely one of the worst movies I've ever seen made. And I was surprised they played it on Netflix because it was that bad. But I couldn't say that because we got invited to the premiere. But anyways, now that's been years. So that's my opinion on that.
The exorcism has revealed facts that throw into question the veracity of the account as alleged by the priests who are said to have performed the ritual. Was it all a hoax perpetrated by a disturbed teenager wanting nothing more than attention? If so, the hoax fooled at least one of the priests who would write about it in his personal journals. Or was it a real example of demonic possessions? Do demons exist, lurking in the shadows and waiting to attack? We'll let you mull the case over tonight in your bed, all alone, in the dark, and decide for yourself. Are exorcisms real, or is demonic
It talking by myself so nobody can hear again. I had it muted. All right. Yeah. So Kendra, the movie The Exorcist, and it shows a little girl that was possessed, but I guess it was really a boy. So that's what we're talking about. I don't know much more about him because, like I was saying before, is that I assumed that it was so loosely based on a true story that I never really dove deep into it because I know movies are completely a turnaround from the facts.
Possession just a psychological condition? If it's all in the mind, then why did Annalise Miguel not respond at all to various rounds of antipsychotics? How was the emaciated and starved girl able to sometimes overpower the grown men trying to hold her down? And why would such devastating mental illness strike so suddenly out of the blue? Some have theorized that a tumor had grown in Annalise Miguel's brain, which pressed onto the parts of the brain and helped explain the extreme behavior. Yet 2 medical examinations of the body discovered
Yeah, well, yeah, my first thought was when I was watching this the other day or yesterday or something, I was thinking, yeah, what if she had tumors? That was gonna be my exact same thought when they started talking about this. But then I was thinking, well, technology wasn't as good, so maybe it wasn't a big tumor, but maybe there was some nodule or something that was pressing on some part of her brain. I don't really know. I always think about different scenarios, different things. Instead of, yes, automatically she's possessed. So my natural instinct is, try to balance it. Could it be this or could it be this?
no such tumor. And there's the case of Roland Doe, which admittedly is rife with possibility that it was nothing more than a hoax. Yet we still have to ask ourselves, why would 2 priests invent the fictional event, yet seek no public benefit from it? And why would one of the 2 priests never speak about it his whole life and only record the event in his private journals? Is the devil real? Are we really in mortal spiritual danger? Want to hear about more terrifying exorcisms? Tell us in the comments. Also, be sure to check out our other video.
All right. I went to go put the screen back up and everything went blank for a minute. I thought I knocked myself out of it. So anyways, that was the end of video 1. I kind of like how the end, how they put those different balances there and different theories about it. So who here thinks this is an interesting topic? Just out of curiosity. I always do. But like I said, I'm too afraid to dig in too deep. Go down a rabbit hole. That's the rabbit holes we need to stay away from.
Queen Nancy said, I think they did more than one exorcism on him, didn't they?
Yeah. Yep, they did. Maybe I'll try to find out who he is a little bit. Look up the information just out of curiosity. I just don't want to go too far down into the rabbit hole because I don't want to open up myself to anything. That's kind of a fear I have.
V wants a reading.
Huh? Do you want a reading?
She put a 1.
Oh.
1 for yes, she said.
Oh, okay. I get confused easy. Y'all know this. You got to talk in little terms to me, a little at a time. All right, so let me see. All right, so I got 2 other videos. I got one about an exorcism from, I forgot where. Maybe it was Haiti, but I'm about to play it in a minute anyways. And then I got one interview from a modern day minister who's an exorcist, who does exorcisms now to this day. So I wanted to hear a good view because a lot of them seem to have happened back in the day, but you don't really hear too much about it happening now. So it was nice to hear from somebody who still performs exorcisms to this day. Yeah, it's scary as hell, isn't it? Some things are just, I don't really want to know. I don't want to know. Because to me, if you get too involved with something, that means you bring it to life. You give it life. And that's not a life I want to feed. I want to see, let's see, what video should I do next? The next video is from the National Geographic Exorcism, and I don't remember what country it's from. Something's telling me it was Haiti. Maybe it was a different one I watched earlier because I watched a few of them. So let's see. Well, that went way past 30 seconds because I couldn't click the thing. I kept clicking it to stop it and it wasn't stopping. But I have it sped up a little bit, so hopefully that saves me some. No, I haven't been there, B, but that is one of my go-to places I want to go. I do know a couple of people that live there. And I know I have a bunch of friends that went down there. Noah in New Orleans.
Oh,
And I know somebody owns a witch shop down there too.
Pollyanna said, did you play something? Because you talked about a video, probably.
Oh, I did. Did it not? Did you guys not hear it?
She was looking for it like I was.
Oh, okay. So you guys didn't hear none of that video there? All right, let me try it again. Let me see if I have to. Nope, no sound. Okay. All right. I wonder if I have to bring it up again. All right. So let me get rid of the first one I did here. Rewind it a little bit. So when it plays. All right. Share this one. I didn't know I had to share screen for each one because I had them all lined up. Makes sense though. There you go.
V thought it was her headphones, so she changed it.
It's me. Y'all know. I'm an airhead. We've been through this like 10 times already today. All right, let's try it now. Actually, this time when we see, I don't know. I got to find my mouse because my hands keep hitting everything. So this time when I play it, screw it. I'm going to let it go past 30 seconds because I have to run to the little girl's room. So I'm going to stop, cram, hit mute, and play it this time.
In the seaside village of Navotas, in the Philippines, Eric Jeremiano has been behaving erratically for months. People here believe that his soul is under siege by none other than the devil himself. The Philippines is home to over 60 million Catholics. For most Filipinos, their concept of evil is based on the Christian belief in the devil. Eric's mother, Elena Jeremiano, fears for her son's soul. Every night she reads the Bible and prays for him. Often, that's when the trouble starts. Tonight, a reading from scripture triggers something in Eric. His hands shake. His eyes roll back in his head.
Whenever he has an attack, his reaction changes. His eyes become vicious. He shakes. Sometimes I'm afraid.
Elena believes evil has descended upon her son. He claims not to remember what happens during his attacks. By Catholic tradition, only priests can conduct exorcisms. But one of Manila's most famous exorcists is a former Catholic who offers his services for free. He'll see hundreds of patients in a day. They call him Ka Imang. Convinced that evil spirits possess her son, Elena seeks help from Ka Imang to purge.
Oh, I never want to be so fast in my life. So I may or may not get in trouble for that. That's why I kept the video off for a little bit. So I'm going to play some of this. I'm going to do 30 seconds from now, but I'm going to play some of it so you guys can see this one. I catch my breath. I freaking ran, man. So let me see how I can do just the video. There it goes. All right. Oh, wrong one.
The spirit, the exorcist must first identify it.
Can I
We're trying to find out who's possessing you. Okay?
Oh,
He
wait,
places
wait,
feathers
wait.
between.
Yeah, we see him.
Wait. Sorry about that. I forgot to hit mute again.
Between Eric's toes, in a belief that they will invoke the spirit. Satan is just one possible source of the evil in Eric. Before Filipinos adopted Christianity, they believed in a whole host of evil spirits.
I really like this one because it gives a different viewpoint on, because we only hear about the American culture, at least where I'm from. That's the only culture I've heard about. I like getting a different viewpoint from a different culture, what their beliefs are and what they think happens also.
To this day, demons, evil dwarves, and trolls are blamed for a variety of maladies. But the exorcist suspects that this time, the devil himself is involved.
The first time this boy visited me, I immediately knew this wasn't an ordinary case of possession. When I touched the feet, I felt a shiver. I knew it was a bad one.
Ka Imang tries to communicate with the
I think that's interesting that he can tell by touching his feet. I wonder how you can tell in that culture by touching the feet. I wonder what you feel. Okay. All right. Because hold on, let me go back on camera for a minute. So remember earlier I said that I knew a guy that did exorcisms before and he went in and he's been with the Warrens and stuff. I remember him saying that your cord is on the back of your neck. Okay. So that's where you feel spirit and stuff. So he said that's how evil gets in there, is through the back of your neck. I don't know really if that's true or not. So, but that was their theory. And now this guy's saying his feet. I'm just think it's cool. And I kind of wonder how that really works. And what's, different cultures think or feel and get those notions.
spirit.
Whoever you are, I just want to speak with you. I wish you no harm.
To the exorcist, it appears that the spirit has seized control. He demands answers.
Why are you and the child? Go ahead, speak. What is the reason? Is there something you need from him?
I think it's interesting too how you don't hear about them flailing around and acting out like you do around here when they're possessed, that they act differently. I do think some of that might be, well, actually, we'll can talk about that later, but I have an interesting story about that.
In a state of possession, Eric begins to scribble. It's a disturbing message. Garbled words about darkness and the devil.
For 2 days, just go to church. Show that your prayer comes from your heart.
2 days have passed. Eric and Elena return to the exorcist. Ka Imang begins again by placing the feathers between Eric's toes. He tries to contact the spirit.
Now I'm curious. I really want to know in their culture why they would use feathers. They're using feathers and the power of prayer, which can heal everything in the world. That's my theory. And here we use holy water and different herbs, and but we never use feathers. So I wonder in that culture, how do they use the feathers and what that reasoning is for. So if anybody happens to know why they use that feathers, please let me know.
Does that hurt? Nothing?
Ka Imang finds nothing wrong. He believes the powerful combination of the earlier exorcism and Elena's prayers have vanquished the evil spirit.
They won't come back. It's over. You've gotten through it.
Elena is relieved. Eric seems better, but to be sure, she seeks further guidance from her priest. Father Rick has performed 9 exorcisms.
Yeah, 9 exorcisms. All right. Hi, Sunshine Moonbeams. All right. So this is my other thought I always had too. So if they do an exorcism on somebody and it gets rid of that evil thing, because you see in scary movies, they bounce into another person. That would be my fear. Like, so say if I was possessed, okay? And you guys had to do exorcism on me. When it leaves, is it going to like boom, jump into my kid or my next door neighbor? You know, like how does that work? Where does it go back to the realm it came from? I don't know. I think I watched too many movies.
Sanctioned by the church, but he's skeptical whether Eric was really possessed. Within minutes, the priest uncovers another possible reason. Eric's father died several months ago, and Eric only heard about it 3 months later. The attack started around the same time. Father Rick suspects Eric has been suffering from psychological trauma. The priest thinks the exorcism might have made the attacks worse by convincing Eric that his spirit was to blame.
Oh, did you guys hear that? They're wondering if the exorcism, that maybe he's really mentally ill, nice way to put it, that he already has other issues going on, and performing the exorcism probably made his psyche even worse, basically. Long story short, that's what it said. That's a good theory too. And I was thinking, why would that, which they're calling her culture like a witch doctor or whatever, think that only one time would work and then poof, all goes away. Oh, and thank you, Stingray, for the beautiful comment. Like I said, when this is going on, I don't really see the comments, but I did happen to see that I look nice today. Thank you very much, Stingray. That was very sweet of you. Oh, you're 47 minutes behind. I'm catching up. All right, so let me type in here. Thank you, Stingray. What I think is funny, she's probably going to put it on fast speed, and I already have this on fast speed. So she speeds it up anymore. They're going to be like, blah, 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 blah. Because I've tried doing that in other videos to go back and replay it. But if they sped it up already and then you try to speed it up to catch up, you went to, Kim said she went to Salem, Mass and talked to a sweet woman that enlightened her. Oh, Kim, listen, let me put on this cam for a minute. I only live like 2.5 hours from Salem, Mass. So I've gone to Salem, Mass last time. As a matter of fact, my mother and I vended there during the Halloween season. And it was so cute because we dressed up as witches. We were vending, and little kids were like, look, Mom, you know, that's a real life witch right there. And they're like, can you take a picture with me? And one little kid pointed at me. She's like, I can tell she's a good witch, which I thought was the cutest thing ever. But there's other people from different countries coming up saying, can we take a picture with you? And we're just there vending. It was one of the best weekends ever. But yeah, we go there almost every year. And there's a lot of great people there. They got a lot of great shops there. One of the guys that I said, well, I met him. I don't really know him well, but I do follow him on Facebook. He owns a shop, a couple of them in Salem, and then he has a shop in New Orleans also. So Salem's awesome. Been there, done that, and I'll be probably going back again this year. So if you guys can ever visit Salem, you got to go in October. And their second week in October, they always hold their bazaar, which that's where we vended. They have streets blocked off, Essex Street, especially because that's where most of the shops are. They're very touristy. They have tours there going on, and it's very, very cool. Matter of fact, that's where I learned that really they were famous not for witches, but for the pirates that used to come to Salem. And they had the very first elephant they ever stepped foot into the United States was in Salem. Right next to where they have all the festivities going on. So Salem is full of different culture and a lot of history to it. It's very, very cool. And they have a bunch of different museums. And honestly, everybody should go to Salem. But during the bazaar, like I said, they have the streets blocked off. So they have a lot of tours going on. They have people like all dressed up. And it is beyond very cool.
But Ka Imang still believes he saved the boy. He says the church disapproves of his work because he's not a priest.
What can I say to people that say this is taboo? That is your opinion. I will honor and respect that. I'm only doing this to help people.
As long as thousands of people in Manila continue to believe in his powers, Ka Imang will continue to battle evil spirits, free of charge.
I think it's absolutely amazing that he does this. I really do. I think it's absolutely amazing. But then again, I'm pagan, so people call me a witch. So to me, I really do think a lot of natural and historical ways are really some of the ways that we should be practicing today with modern medicine, by the way. And I also think modern medicine's gift from God also. But anyways, that's my view. All right, so the next, so for one, I want to get an idea what you guys thought about. Hi, Kimmy Jean, thank you for joining us. So I do guys want to know what you think about that type of exorcism here. Do you guys think that child might have been possessed, or maybe possibility that could have been one that just had some issues going on and the mom was probably at her wit's end and didn't know how to handle it, you know?
Sunshine moonbeams.
Yeah, see. So I'm just kind of curious on how you guys view and think things, you know, and what you think about this case. I'm on the fence with this one. I am. I don't know if an exorcism one time would have fit the kid, unless he had maybe like they call the lower form demons. But I really don't know much about that.
No, he said 9 times.
No, the minister did, not that guy.
Oh, okay.
I think I got confused. No, that kid he did one time and came back 2 days later and said it was gone.
Okay.
And then brought him to the minister. And maybe I misunderstood it, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said. Oh, Sunshine's kind of confused. She don't know. She came in late. So I don't know. I was so much calmer and less dramatic than the other. Yeah, exactly. So the last video that I have is about a modern day minister here in the United States that is been trained, I think, by the Vatican, if I remember correctly. So let me get that one ready. I didn't realize I had to share a screen for each one.
Shout, Iris, why is Batman in your window?
What? My mom says somebody asked, why is Batman in my window?
Yeah. Shout.
Batman.
To the left. There's Batman, she said.
Right. Left. Do you mean this pitch? Oh. This is you used to hang on my bathroom door. The witch is in, the witch is out, you know? And if you're talking about this here.
She says the shadow.
Oh, okay. Let me show you what it is.
Turn around. There's a shape of a Batman on the blinds. XXX.
This is a mirror that I have, and I have it facing outside, so any negative energy that tries to come in will get bounced back out into the universe. So it's my form of protection.
Living After 40 said, no, in the window.
That is not in the window. This one here?
I don't know.
Which window?
Now she's laughing and crying.
Y'all, I get confused easy. Don't do this to me. Doesn't it confuse the birds? No.
Rob, I am Batman.
That's my husband. I am Batman. And this is my fairy, my fae that I have by my plants as an offering because I forget to water them.
Oh,
and
maybe it was the bird, the mirror.
Yeah. And in this window, I'll show you. My version of holy water. I use this for cleansing. It's been mixed many, many times. So there's a little bit of water there from Ireland and Scotland and stuff. And I've collected rainwater for thunderstorms to charge it and during eclipses and different things.
Oh, she said it was the mirror.
It was a mirror. Okay. Yeah, it was a mirror. That's my protection. It's a small one. The mirror itself is only this big. I have protections all around my home. Like some of them, like I'll have like different crystals and stuff hanging up on the windowsills and different things to recharge them. And, you never know what you find around in my house. Anyhow, now that we got completely off subject and my weirdness that goes on, I keep it dark in here when I do videos. Not dark, but I keep the shades shut when I do videos because I notice the light that comes in from behind me casts a shadow and makes my face darker. So my kitchen's very bright, but because of the light behind me, when it casts a shadow, that I put so much light around me in here so you guys could see me better. Or it looks like I just got dark eyes because I got really little eyes, small eyes. So if I smile, my fat face, you can't even see them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shell said, thought Batman was trying to peek in.
Peekaboo. Don't talk about no goddamn Batman, okay? I'm a nightmare. Especially since if you guys were here before when I swear I saw a shadow guy outside, and then like over us, it was out here in my back parking lot. And my daughter insisted that she saw something that looked like a Batman flying outside around the same time frame. So don't say that shit. You're gonna scare me.
Okay.
Yeah, the Mothman.
Read these messages. Sent you 2 videos. Would love you to share and tell if it's true or fake.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do the let's finish the one that I have now about the modern day exorcist man, that priest that does exorcisms.
Mhm.
So hold on one second. I'm going to start playing this, and I need to go get some Tylenol because my head hurts. But I think it might be my blood pressure's high. I didn't take my blood pressure medicine.
And you didn't eat.
And I didn't eat. All right, hold on. Hold on. Hit mute.
From Catholic priests trained by the Vatican. They say they've seen demons in action. Take a look.
I command you, Satan, enemy of human salvation, acknowledge the justice and goodness of God.
A voice comes out of the living room. Get out.
Who by his righteous judgment has damaged your pride and envy.
His back starts to arch and he's like,
Depart from the servant of God.
I forgot to unmute it again. And I said I was going to show you this video clip, and I forgot. Yes, I'm going to in 1 second. As soon as I start playing this video, I'll get up and grab something to eat. Well, maybe not something to eat. Yeah, maybe I will. I got to take some Tylenol. Hold on 1 second. Let me play this. Get this screen up. Do it like that. Can you guys see it okay like this? And I played it for over 30 seconds again. Oh, I hopefully when the time sped up that it won't bite me in the butt later.
Well, here's something you don't see every night. First-hand accounts of real-life exorcisms from Catholic priests trained by the Vatican. They say they've seen demons in action. Take a look.
I command you, Satan, enemy of human salvation, acknowledge the justice and goodness of God.
a voice comes out of the living room. Get out.
Who by his righteous judgment has damaged your pride and envy.
His back starts.
Can you guys hear it okay? Does it sound okay?
No sound right now.
No sound?
It was at the beginning. You just changed it.
Oh, is it because I stopped it and there's a delay? Is that what you mean?
Oh, maybe. It wasn't very loud.
Okay, it was okay. It's not very loud.
No.
That's as high as I can get it to go.
Okay.
I think eventually when I get the money, I'm going to buy a microphone.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll enhance it a little bit.
Queen Nancy heard it okay.
Okay, thank you. Maybe y'all got to turn up your volume. Turn me down and turn this up. Michelle, there's a documentary I watched on churches go to exist in the U.S. It was in YouTube, I'm sure. Oh, All right. Let me hit mute and continue playing.
To Arch, and he's like,
Depart from the servant of God, whom the Lord has made in his own image.
so he picks up the book and that baby voice again. He goes, I read this book.
Many will dismiss the idea of the devil taking possession of a person, but the priest in this tiny town near the border of Ohio and Indiana is now known all over the world for his work around just that. He never even wanted to become an exorcist.
I think it's very cool that we have somebody modern day times nowadays that's willing to talk about it and is not keeping it all hush hush. You know what I'm saying? So it really brings it to light to either try to get people to really believe and know what to pay attention for, or to get it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, get it out there so people don't have to live in fear and they know there's a place to go if they really do think that is something going on.
And says what he's seen isn't far off the movies.
When I saw a person levitate during an exorcism during my training in Rome, I think I was sitting there with my jaw wide open.
In the face of the enemy, that the enemy had no power over.
Famous scenes portray pretty extreme manifestations of the devil.
Father, Jesus Christ.
But this vision claims to capture the authentic exorcism of a woman who'd suffered abuse before turning to drugs.
Oh, Shell said, I'm sorry, my phone takes the piss and freezes when I'm typing. I swear to God, every time I just happen to look up at the comments, I miss 90% what's being said, and I see something that makes me laugh every single time. Y'all are too much. All right, so anyways. So what do you guys think about this one so far? Do you guys think it's really cool to hear from somebody that's modern times? We'll talk about their viewpoint and what goes on instead of just hearing about stories that happened a long time ago.
Drugs and prostitution.
So when an exorcism is performed, the exorcist is in charge of the scene, and nobody should interject or do anything. When I was appointed in 2005, I became one of only about 12 officially appointed exorcists in the United States.
Father Vincent Lampert is one of America's.
Oops, I let it go 1 second too long, I think. I was trying to see what... Oh, he sent me a mysterious China possession. Incredible video of a Afro-Cuban Santeria in Yoruba's religion. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, I want to see that. Like I said, I like hearing and seeing about things that comes on in different cultures. Shows like, yeah, demons didn't get made redundant in the last recession.
Few Vatican-trained exorcists living there for 3 months to learn how it's done.
So during my time in Rome, I sat in on 40 exorcisms and was able to learn firsthand again the church's ministry to those up against the demonic.
His stories of witnessing the devil at work as a qualified exorcist are nothing short of haunting.
As soon as I started praying, she lunged at me like a wild dog. She's like, "Whoa."
Oh my God.
I think I jumped back 5 feet, and this voice that came out of her mouth said, well, who's he? He has no power over us.
That's what happened when he was trying to help a woman who'd become possessed at the hands of childhood trauma.
I've been talking this whole damn time again. And the thing was on mute. Anyways, what I was saying was he has to become some kind of strong man to do that kind of job, because there's no way in hell I could do that. I am not a strong enough person. I am the first one to admit it. And that is one of these circumstances that I would be afraid that I'd be taking my work home with me. Especially, I wonder, that's why I was saying that you guys didn't hear, that I was wondering if he was married and has children, because that would be a fear of mine,
Raped by her father.
And I went over and laid my hands on her head and started praying. And then the demon started laughing uncontrollably at me and says, "You can't get rid of us. We've been here too long and you're not strong enough."
So you remember the sound? That's what the voice sounded like?
Oh yeah, usually the manifestation is always, "You can't get rid of us. We've been here too long." Again, it's that sense of wanting to instill fear.
Lambert uses various rituals, including
Him imitating it scared me. Oh, that would give me the heebie-jeebies. But like my mother says, she's like, did you guys notice that her possession was caused by childhood trauma that occurred? And that does kind of make sense, I guess, because you're broken down. You know what the whole thing is, that sometimes you're conditioned to believe and think and feel a certain way when you're younger, and that could also make you, I guess, more easily to be able to get possessed, is because you're already broken down, you're already weak. You don't have that strength to say, no, get away from me. I think I got this.
including insufflation, a breathing prayer, which with one woman roused the devil in a frightening way.
The chair flew back and hit the side of the altar. The person flew up out of the chair, and you heard this shriek, scream.
I mean, hearing that happen and visualizing that happen, the cynic in me says, I can't imagine that being a plausible thing to happen, for someone to fly off a chair. And
I mean, I just breathe, and you would have thought that they were hit with a
Woo. All right. So you know how they said that, like the chair flew and, whatever else. Just so you guys know, and this is a story I can tell about another day. Just so you guys know, not every time something moves in your house that's paranormal is demonic. Just so you guys know. But we can have a whole nother discussion on that one day. I talked about it once here one other time, but remind me. So guys that didn't hear the story before, I can tell you guys another time.
hurricane force wind. The chair just went back like that. And then the person, you hear the shriek as they come up out of the chair and then fall on the floor.
So that 100%, that's what happened.
That's absolutely.
That's frightening.
Father Lambert tells me he's receiving about 1,800 calls, emails and letters every year from people all over the world who believe they're possessed. More than half of those, he says, come from people who aren't even Catholic.
If you think somebody's possessed, out of curiosity, how would you know where to find him to get a hold of them and be able to send that email? I'm wondering. I wonder if you have to go into a church, because I know some Catholic priests that don't believe in that. You know, there is some Catholic priests that do not believe in exorcism and think that it never happens, but then there is some that do believe. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just curious how that would go online or something.
Or religious at all.
When I was first appointed, I would get maybe 3 or 4 calls a week. Now I get like 35 calls a week.
This massive spike in requests, he thinks, is due to religion diminishing around the world.
Because faith is in decline. When people experience something in their lives that they can't really figure out, then it leads them to believe that maybe it's something evil or demonic.
But it's not as simple as believing you're possessed and calling an exorcist.
So you guys think this guy's a real deal? Yeah, all right. So my thinking is, I don't understand how some people can't believe in demons, okay? And the reason is, I think there's a universal balance. So there's just as much evil as there is good. Just like even us, the side of us, it doesn't matter how good people we think we are. We also have our dark side too, whatever our thoughts or fears are. Even fears are considered the dark side. So there's a balance. So if everything is pure love and light, I don't know. I don't think I would be that naive, to think that there isn't something yucky out there. I mean, I don't want to dig too much into it or really learn about it, but I do believe that there's other things out there that can influence us. Yeah, I do too. I don't want to know about it, but I believe it's possible. Exactly. And who are we to judge and say, just because we didn't experience it, that doesn't mean it didn't happen. Like, I can talk to you about my experiences. You guys can think I'm batshit crazy, but that's my experience. Just because you didn't see it, that doesn't mean it didn't happen. I see spirit. You don't see spirit. Does that mean I don't see spirit? How can you judge me and tell me whether I can or cannot hear or see or communicate with them if you haven't experienced it. You don't know.
The Catholic Church has strict protocols and processes that priests must follow before deeming an exorcism to be appropriate.
Exorcists are trained to be skeptics. I should be the last person to believe that a person is possessed. Every other possible explanation needs to be exhausted before I make that determination. The very first step of the protocol would be for the person to have some type of psychiatric evaluation.
Those wanting help then have to answer a series of
So V, are you saying that you don't believe that he's an exorcist? Like he's not the real deal? Is that what you're saying? Or if he's just somebody trying to get the attention? Yeah, so Nessie said, how do you know if you're possessed and who would ring you or demon? Exactly. Yeah, and Moonshine's like, I believe in it all. And Shell says, my demon would ring me. Exactly. Yeah, Nessie says, I believe in it, but not him. So Shell says, probably tell me to roll a smoke, get the kettle on. They're gonna be here shortly. Oh, you guys crack me up. All right, let's continue.
questions covering their psychological history and whether they've had addiction issues. They're also asked if they have had any experience or history of engaging in the occult, witchcraft, black magic, magicians, fortune tellers, crystals, wizards, or game boards. Other questions include, have you ever tried to communicate with spirits, demons, or the devil itself? And do you truly want to be free of the evil influences you believe are presently affecting you?
All right, so part of that I obviously don't believe because of my belief system. I don't think because you communicate with spirit or play with crystals, that doesn't make you evil or have a chance of letting evil in. I think you have just as much chance of letting evil in by practicing in love and light, no matter what your religion is or what your belief system is. Some people who go to church every Sunday, go to Sunday school and pray to God and have, a cross around the neck for protection, has just as much chance of getting possessed as little old me who likes putting water in her window to charge it as for my own holy water and my crystals. And even my funny mirror that y'all thought was Batman.
Will you do what must be done?
I witnessed eyes rolled in the back of the head. I've seen eyes turn completely black, where there's just nothing there but like total darkness, foaming at the mouth.
The Catholic Church doesn't allow filming of exorcisms to protect the identity of those afflicted, but others not sanctioned by the Church have been.
Exorcisms don't take place on a dead-end street at midnight in an abandoned house.
What does Shell say? They say it's okay to believe in a big invisible narcissist arsehole, but not in their opposite. Exactly. So, all right. So let me tell you something. I read a book one time about afterlife. This guy went around the world and he wrote stories on different people's cultures, on different belief systems about the afterlife, and why do some people say that Jesus come to them and some people say Virgin Mary come to them. In another country completely, they say that their deity or God came to them. And so my aunt said to me one time, because she knows my religion and we're really close, and she's a very strict Catholic, and she said, I know in my heart when I was a kid, I saw the Virgin Mary, but you don't believe in that. So how is it that I was able to see the Virgin Mary, but you see something else? Well, for one, she thought I didn't believe in God, which isn't true. That's a misconception people have. And I said to her, I do believe you saw her. And I do believe in their cultures that they know they saw their God too, because God is the one higher power unit, no matter what belief system he is. So he comes to you in whatever form that you believe in. So it's not as intimidating as scary, which I can get more into that, but that's a whole other story. So that's my feeling on that. Oh, Sunshine said, also being a Lutheran first, and then my other religions, we believe in reincarnation and afterlife. Absolutely. I couldn't believe that. I don't believe in reincarnation and afterlife if I see spirit. So, am I wrong? Am I delusional for it? You know what I'm saying? Or if I can hear them talking and speaking. Anyhow, that's a whole other debate another day.
During a thunderstorm.
So you would normally do an exorcism.
Father Lampert always executes the exorcism in a sacred space, like the church itself.
So I would have the book, I would have a crucifix, would come in, and then immediately begin doing the prayer of the church.
He'll then command the demon to
By
depart.
his righteous judgment has damned your pride and envy.
At that point in the exorcism, if you see that disturbing behaviour, what do you do to counteract that?
I just continue, I stay focused on the prayer of the church.
So I have a question for you guys to think about. All right. So you got to be a little open-minded with this. Okay. So with me being a pagan, okay, do I think if I got possessed with somebody from a different religion, whether it's that Catholic minister or a different religion, could they cast the evil out of me? Yes, I absolutely do. And the reason is because I'm a trained minister, which I don't know a lot about it. I would grab somebody else that did. But does that mean that I couldn't do it because I wasn't a Catholic minister? No, because it's your belief system. It's your higher power. It's your power of prayer. And it's what you truly believe and learned and trained to be able to do. So as long as I think it doesn't have to be a Catholic priest that does it. You know what I'm saying? I think, like we watch from other cultures with somebody, getting out the evil demon out of you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think, because everybody always talks about the Catholic Vatican, like they're the ones that do it. So if you get in trouble, you call them, which, I'm in the United States. That's probably the only person I would know that could do it. I would probably get a hold of the church, but I think other cultures are just as capable, and their beliefs and then their religion and their power of prayer and their energy could be able to do it the same as a minister would. That is from the Catholic religion, if that makes sense. But like I said, that's my opinion only. And I understand if we all have different belief systems. I understand if we are not all going to agree how things go. So when I speak up here, I'm literally only speaking about my opinion, and I'm very open-minded about different other beliefs and different thoughts.
And I watch and observe everything that's taking place. And if certain parts of the ritual seem to be more effective than others, I just take a mental note of that.
Since I have done exorcisms, I am an exorcist.
3.5 hours drive north, Father Michael Maginot has conducted exorcisms on 15 different people, some needing more than one session.
Kind of surprising.
I wonder why some would need more than one session than others. I'm wondering, it depends how long they were in there to be able to grow that strong, or maybe what kind it was. I'm curious, but not enough to go searching all about it. I don't want to be all knowing about that unless I would have to be. What does Shell say? I figure by law. I figure by law for those protected, liberty as glorious feasts, courts for cowards, reacted, churches built to please the priest. Robert Burns, very true words. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. But like I said, that can be a whole other discussion. Honestly, I believe in one higher power. I just break it down to different aspects. And I think we all pray the same thing. We just all call them by different names and practice the same power above differently.
That words would have an effect on, a demon.
I cast you out.
But it does. They hate it. They can't stand the prayers. They can't stand being condemned.
Be gone and stay far away from this creature of God.
Father Maginot performed his most high-profile exorcism on a mother and her 3 children who lived in a home right here in the town of Gary, south of Chicago. After making headlines.
When I was just noticing that if you look at I'm pointing like you guys can see what I'm pointing at. Well, you look at the screen right now. Well, you can tell Ernie's on, Sue's on. But anyways, if you look at my screen, you can see there's a few different videos and interviews with this guy on here. To me, I don't really like the idea. I like hearing about it. I like hearing a person's a minister or priest's viewpoints on it. But if you're going to go give an interview to everybody that's going to listen to me, that takes away from some of your, I don't know if you, to me, you seem so legitimate after that. If you're so willy-nilly to go talking about everybody, everything, every case, and all about how great you are about being a person that gets rid of evil. I don't know. That just kind of makes him seem
Just taking the money.
yeah, that he's not doing it for the heart. He's doing it for clout, whether he gets money for it or not, clout chaser. Is that what you call that? I don't even know.
As the portal to hell, the house was demolished. This is where the family believes they became possessed. What started as persistent swarms of flies on the porch transpired into strange noises at night, and ultimately the mother's 12-year-old daughter levitating above her bed, unconscious.
The last night we stayed in the house, that's when it was throwing my children around.
Within months of moving into this.
Ooh, that is so scary. That is so scary. I was just listening to as soon as she mentioned her kids, because that reminds me of the last house that we lived in here that I've talked about before we moved in here. And we know that there was something not so good there because of the experiences that we had, what the neighbors have told us, and the things my daughter was 3 at the time. Well, she started talking about between 3 and 5 when we moved here. She was talking about what she would see and experiences she had. That was pretty damn scary. So like I've said before, when we moved in here, I had to convince her there was no spirit here because there was something yicky at the other place. So just thinking about how it can affect your children is pretty scary.
This rental home with her kids, Latoya Amons knew something wasn't right.
It picked up a lamp from out of my bedroom and threw it into the living room. It was throwing chairs. They were throwing chairs.
Father Maginot was called to the house to speak with the mum, finding what he believed to be several signs of demonic possession, including unexplainable footprints around the house.
I went to the bathroom, I went to the kitchen, if there was a leak or something.
Okay, I'm just going to say what I said I would say about some other time or later. Remember when I said that things being moved around the house and stuff doesn't necessarily mean demonic? This is my thought and theory on it, only because this has happened to me, and I told my story before, so I'm not going to really get into it now. But not all the time when things move in your house is it demonic or means something bad. Sometimes it's your own energy that is built up. So you have to be careful with yourself. So if you're saying things are flying off the wall or things, fall that shouldn't have been feeling, sometimes it means somebody in your house has to put themselves in check. That's the energy that they're manifesting. Okay. I talked about how I've had a couple small experiences happen around me, and it always happened when I was upset. I'm like, say whatever, and then something next to me ends up falling or flying across the room that was right next to me. I wasn't a minister at the time, but I went to one of the ministers and I said, hey, I think my guys are telling me to cut the shit because I noticed this happens when I'm upset. And she said to me, did you ever stop to think that maybe it is you that's doing it and not your guides? So you need to put yourself into check and to be careful. I said, that makes a lot of sense, because I remember when we did investigations and I did some study and stuff, and we talked about different kinds of poltergeist activity, that sometimes poltergeist activity is actually the person that lives in the house itself that carries that energy. So whether it's you're gifted, so you have the energy, or also, sunshine, I can astral plane too, but that's a whole other story. But anyways, so, or sometimes somebody that has some mental illness or drug dependency. I'm not judging, I have addictions in my family. But anyways, so I feel like those can enhance and build off of it and build up the energy. So all right, let me tell you this too, to give you another example that's not so yicky. We know a guy that we go and see at festivals that knows how to bend things with his mind. He was trained by his father. Some of it is illusion and some isn't. I've seen him bend a spoon with his mind. I've seen a rope get tied around his neck and people pulling either end and it just slipped right off. Okay. Those are magic tricks, but those are things that are also like kind of like mind over matter. I don't really know how it works. So before I seen that happen with that guy, and I was absolutely terrified when I seen that with the rope part anyways. Oh, hold on a second. It says, Iris, look up the Russian man called Tim Marzro. He goes on paranormal investigations in Russia. Ooh, really? Yeah, I'm going to write that down right now. Tim, and then I'm going to finish my story. Tim Morozov. All right. So years before that, I was a dog groomer, okay? And our boss at the time, she was a young girl. She was talking about how her uncle was a magician and he can move things with his mind. All right. And I'm thinking, all right, that's a little crazy, right? So when he passed away, I forgot what happened, but while I was still working with him, he ended up passing away, and she did learn some things from him. At least he talked about it. So, but she ended up getting his magic book per se. I'm doing all these hand movements like y'all can see what the hell I'm doing.
Sunshine said we really need to talk.
Hold on. I talk with my hands. Can y'all see me? So anyhow, she ends up getting his book. But what she was saying I don't remember what she said about that book. But anyways, I remember what her saying is he told her to practice moving things and start slow. Like if you get a piece of toilet paper, do one thin layer of that toilet paper. It's like 2-ply, make it 1-ply and start really slow and practicing and then build yourself up from there. But you can really move things with your mind. And I'm telling you, I know a guy that can do that. Honestly, I've seen it. And I remember the first time I seen it, it literally scared the living shit out of me because he had a big thick rope like this. Okay. And you can see them tie it around his neck. Like they, tied it like you would a shoe around his neck. And he had 2 guys come and pull in either end and start tugging. And after a few seconds, when his face is beet red and I thought he was going to die, I'm not kidding you. I really did. And they did have people around there just in case if it didn't go right. Okay. I actually ended up seeing him do this a few times, but this was the first time I seen it. So anyways, his face is going red and I truly thought that this was the end and I'm going to watch someone die in front of me. Scared the shit out of me. So they're pulling and tugging on either side. And then it just slipped off. Like it was off. I don't even know. I can't even explain it. But anyways, I know what I saw. I see him many times because I've seen the guy many times. I have him on my Facebook, by the way. His name is Daniel Greenwolf, if you guys want to look him up. He travels around the country, but he lives in my state. Freaking amazing. Yeah, my mom's like, he's awesome. So I probably got videos of him too somewhere. So anyhow, I've seen him bend a spoon with his mind. I've seen him with the like a dolly. Unless you're pagan, you probably don't really know what a dolly is. It's like a corn husk made into a doll. But anyways, I've seen him like flip it up and get it to spin around and flop back down again with his mind. Is some of it trickery? Yes, absolutely. But some of it is also with his mind too, which is the coolest shit ever. And I wish I could move stuff. I can't say I wish I moved stuff in my mind. I have when I was mad, which isn't good. I've had the empty tissue thing that I've said before, like fly across the bathroom when I yelled once. But different things happened. And it was me. It's my own energy. I open myself up for good, but then you have to learn how to hone the energy and keep it calm. Anyways, now you know how crazy I am. I don't go around doing that all the time, just so you know. It's only happened a few times. I learned to put myself in check. And it hasn't happened since after she gave me that talk. All right. So anyways, now that we got completely off the subject and you just learned too much about me, I think you guys heard enough from the Exorcist guy, right? So V sent me these couple of videos that I really want to see. And I think she said, V, did you say it was from Thailand? Is that what you said? It's from Thailand? In the clip itself, it said China in there. That's why I mentioned China. He's not, all right. Shell said he's not into the haunted and S and M. Oh, I missed it. I lost it. I stopped watching. The house probably bought by him. Oh, I'll have to go back and see all your comments. I miss everything. Oh, hey, Baby Shark. I was at a TV show and Linda Blair was a guest. Ooh. That's very cool. Oh, very cool. So I'm going to go pee again. I can't believe I got to pee again. Good. That's not good. I'm peeing too much. I wonder if my sugar's high. What did I eat yesterday? I didn't eat nothing today. Oh, sugar in my coffee. I got to get some sweet and low. So I've been using sugar.
That's sweet and low.
Yeah, this, but not my coffee in the morning.
Shame on you.
Yeah, I've been using actual sugar. And I've been eating a lot of shit lately. My husband bought ice cream the other day. I haven't been eating good lately. I get bored at night and I find things to snack on. Since I've started working, I know I've gained 20 or 30 pounds. And I've only been out of work 2 months. Whenever I started my channel, 2 weeks before that, I stopped working because I have adult ADD and I have to be doing something at all times. And I can't just sit still. So I keep myself over busy. I don't know how to relax, is basically what I'm saying. So anyhow, I'm going to go pee. Mom, do you want to entertain them for a minute? You want to come over here and talk to them?
No. I'm scared they might eat me.
So I'm scared they might eat me.
I'm going to tell them about the time you and I astral projected.
That I did?
Remember that years ago we were both meditating or something and we ended up in each other's dreams?
Oh,
And
yeah.
remember what the hell you were doing there?
Oh, yeah. Okay. My mom got a story to tell. I'll be right back.
Okay, this happened probably 10 years ago. Iris and I were not even together. We were I was in bed and she was in bed apparently. The next day we got together and I asked her, because I was astral projecting just like Iris was at different houses. She ended up in my dream and I ended up in hers. And it was basically, what are you doing here? Because I was astral projecting. It was different. It was totally weird. I don't understand how she did that, but we must have been thinking about the same thing at the same time and ended up together. So you guys think I'm crazy now? I'm just as bad as crazy as Iris. Well, here's our cat. Is Tracy still here? Anybody there? Let me see. I can't read. No wonder she can't read them. They're all so tiny. Oh, cat here. Yep.
Tell them what Amy did.
What Amy did?
Yeah, but say it without getting too much into business. You're going to say there was a hard time with Amy in the next room when we're having problems with Ashley when she was younger.
Oh, yes. My granddaughter, when she was 8, 9, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
she was
7 and
yeah.
9.
We were a few rooms away from her, and she had
I'll say it without getting to. So
we had a bad discussion.
Yeah. So my oldest daughter was going through. She didn't always make the best decisions. Okay, and putting it nicely. So if my older daughter was going to act out, for the best thing, because you don't want your younger children to be exposed to or even see it, I would have them go into the other room. Okay, because you don't want kids to be around that or exposed to that type of stuff. But anyways, go ahead, tell her what happened.
Yeah, well, I don't remember how I think her and I were together driving or whatever, and
you went in the back room with her to check on her.
Oh yeah, I used to be able to go in and calm her down more than most people or whatever. And she said she knew what we were. She was mad because the older sister that was having a confrontation with Iris and me or whatever was very close to her. And she was upset that we were hurting her. And she told me exactly what happened in the living room. And I'm like, wait a minute, she's 2 rooms away, or a few rooms away anyways, down a hall into her
We weren't
room.
physically hurting her. Make that clear. You said we were hurting her.
Oh no, we weren't physically hurting her. I never do that. I don't
We
believe
were
in
arguing.
violence. But there was a big argument, and she told me word for word what happened in that room. And I says to her, how did you know what happened in that room? She says, all I have to do is close my eyes and I can see everything that's going on. And I was like amazed. I couldn't believe she said, of course, I had to tell Iris. But anyways, Iris is getting water for you. Oh, feeding her plants. Any other stories you want to talk about?
I had an old reverend come and tell me that she would come and check on me at night.
At night, yeah.
One night, no lie, this was the strangest thing ever. I really don't know if my mind played a trick on me or what it was, but she had told me this. Actually, she told me this after this had happened, and I told her what had happened, and then that's when she told me would do this. But anyway, she came to me. I was watching TV, probably like 2 or 3 in the morning. I don't know, it was really late at night. Anyways, I swear I see the old reverend's face on the TV watching me. Like it was the regular TV show, but it changed to her face. Weirdest thing ever. So I go to tell her, I'm like, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I swear you're staring at me through the TV. I'm like, don't think I'm weird, please. That's never happened before, and it hasn't happened since. She says, well, I was probably sleeping, and I come and check on you when I'm sleeping sometimes. So that probably really did happen. So anyways, that's another little strange story. That's the one and only time something like that ever happened.
Yeah, well, on the TV, yes, I've never seen that.
No, so honestly, to this day, I don't know if it was just my imagination, if it was too late. Oh, I forgot. Joby brought a tomato plant he planted at school. I haven't watered it. Oh, it looks like somebody's been watering it.
There are lots of stories that we have, like that cemetery where you took the picture and the green orb is there with the kids in front of the.
Oh yeah, the Green Lady Cemetery.
The Green Lady Cemetery.
Funny.
That was funny, and I tend to get a lot of stuff in my dreams. I had a dream earlier before because we were going on the investigation, so I was researching all the time. So it's all in your head. And I go to sleep and I would get visions, the place in Pennsylvania, whatever. Well, this was the Green Lady Cemetery. And the woman that died, and they didn't know that her husband slit her throat or she ended up killing herself going to look for her husband. But I saw visions of her right by where the bridge was, where she was leaning down and her wearing this old time white dress. She was a good looking woman too. But I used to get visions like that. And I try not to get a lot of that. But Shell, I want to see a psychic medium once. Oh, I went to see a psychic medium once. She looked at me and said, "Why are you here? You are capable of doing what I do. You already know the answers." Oh, that same thing happened to Iris.
Lots of times.
She was told many times you were a shaman. Right?
Yeah.
That she was a shaman.
I still don't really believe that fully, but
Well, that lady up the hill when I went with you to see her told me also that I was a shaman too.
So I ended up becoming friends with her and she ended up coming to my house a few times, and then she moved back to Arizona where she was from. Her name was Linda. I tried getting a hold of her after that because we lost touch. She actually came to me for advice, and I'm like, lady, you do this as a profession. But she said we were soul connected, and she came to me for advice and then told me to she's the one that said I was gifted. She's not the only one, but she's the one that really pushed it, said how I was gifted and how I astroplaned and stuff like that. And I'm like, you're crazy. Like at this time, I didn't even know who my spirit guides were, nothing.
You were a lot younger then too.
Yeah, well, this was probably like about almost 20 years ago. So, but this was at the very beginning of my path. And, but even before that, I kept having people coming up to me telling me how it was strangers. My oldest daughter, who's going to be 30 this year, would make comments well, she ended up making a comment once, and this one, it kind of started sticking when I started paying attention a little bit. She was probably, I don't know, 10 or so the first time she said it, but she said it again when she was a teenager. And she was like, Mom, do you realize all these strangers come up to you all the time saying they have a message to tell you to say that you're gifted and stop ignoring it? Literally, it's been happening to me since I was 18. That same thing over and over and over again. And I was probably like 30 before I started paying attention, honestly. So I can see spirit, like I can read tarot stuff, but I've never had training. I never, you know what I'm saying? I still want to. I want to take some classes so maybe I can hone it even better. So I know I'm gifted, but I second guess myself all the time. So I don't really let myself open up fully. All right, anyways, I'll take my seat.
Sunshine said, I have so many spirits.
Yeah.
I just hit my knee. Oh. Ooh, Iris, it's your fault.
It's my fault you hit your knee.
Yes.
Now y'all heard our crazy stories.
We're wild and crazy.
Sure, half the room just left now.
Kendra did.
I went to go see a second medium. Oh, that's the one that you just read. Let me go back and read some of these comments.
There wasn't too many.
I can't really see these comments very well. If you noticed,
I noticed. I was no wonder you missed them all.
Oh yeah, you see how it scrolls up here? Like I see 90% of them enough to know what's going on, but it's like there's a delay, so you don't. I don't know it. You don't see them all. Like when people come in, I'm watching the screen. I can't even see who said hi, but I can see people saying hi to them. I'm like, it makes no sense.
Shell has a witch's cat. Looks like Sam from Sabrina.
I do too. But it's a boy cat, and his name is Toph. And then I have my cat Isis, and then I have another cat named Prince, who is part tiger and white.
Well, Kendra went to the doctor. She said she loves us.
Aw, I hope you're okay, sweetheart. Oh, Kendra said, Mommy, dearest, I love you. Kendra's totally a sweetheart. She is absolutely a sweet thing.
Yes.
Kendra, I told my mom about you. I told her how that, like, when Tracy and them are live, that you on the panel while you're at work, so you can see you, like, doing your thing and welding and stuff. I think that's so cool.
Oh, that's a cool name. Shell said mine is a boy, too. His name
is Blade. Oh, I like
that.
I do, too. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm trying to look at my phone so I can go back and see what comments I've missed. Don't you think it's funny how some people like think black cats, they say they're the least likely ones to get adopted. I think that's absolutely horrid. But some people, oh, hold on one second.
Yeah, I know you were getting.
Oh, yeah. And Nessie sent me a picture of her kitty. So I think it's funny that some people are afraid of cats, black cats, and think they mean bad luck. And other people want a black cat and they think they mean good luck. So this is my theory on it. Are they both wrong? Are they both right? I think they're both right. If you have your mind set that something is a warning to you that it's bad, I have a black cat, cross my path. Oh no, something bad's going to happen. If you believe that, that's your omen. That means that you're correct. If you see a black cat and you think they mean good luck and it has to do with spirits trying to communicate with you, oh my God, that reminds me of a story that happened. Anyhow, so if you believe that it means good luck and it's, letting spirits coming to communicate with you or whatever, then that is the truth. So so never let anybody tell you what you believe, think, or feel is wrong, because if that's what you believe, think, or feel, that's how you believe, think, or feel. That's correct for you. So you know what your warning signs are. You know what your gifts are. You know what I'm saying? Like, so never let anybody ever tell you that what you think is wrong. So if you think that black cat is bad luck and you need to stay clear, you better stay clear because it's bad luck. If I think it's a good omen or whatever and it crosses my path, I mean, I think that's exactly what it means for me. And that's the energy I'm going to get off of it from it.
Sunshine moonbeams. That's my ex.
Hey, garden girl. Okay, so let me tell you. Oh my God, I can't. I'm telling you all these stories I never tell anybody ever. So you guys are going to really think, don't unsubscribe to me because you think I'm crazy, okay? I still got a good personality. So
Sunshine said her husband passed, and that was him saying
oh,
hi to her.
aw. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, you love your boys, your wee babies. They're just so sweet and cuddly, and till you get them mad. And okay, so let me tell you the story about this black cat. For one, this was all around the same time. This is when things like really started coming to me more. So my guides used to come to me all the time with different things, like all at once. Some of them I don't always understand. All right, so I was going through a hard time one time. So anyways, within the same week, I should say anyways, it was in the fall time. I always have most of my experiences in the fall and winter. I don't know. Anyways, so on my way to a meeting, I seen a white owl on the side of the highway, like somebody stuck a stick in the ground and it was sitting there. And something told me that, spirit was trying to communicate with me, but I didn't really understand it. All right, I ignored that. The following week, it was a full moon. This I have never seen before, and I've never seen it again since. All the way home from the same place that I had the meeting at the week before, all the way home on the highway, I can see the full moon in the sky, and it had the biggest rainbow around the moon. It was absolutely beautiful, completely gorgeous. And I followed it all the way home. When I get home, I run up the stairs because I'm like, I got to tell my husband he has to come out and see it. And before I walk through the door on the porch, I turn around and look, it's still there. So I run inside, tell my husband, force him to come outside because he don't want no part of it. He thinks I'm, crazy. It's stupid. I make him come outside like it was maybe 30 seconds. That damn thing was not around the moon no more. And I saw all the way home from a different town. It's not like it was, Anyways, that was the strangest thing ever. But about that same time, all right, so another week had passed. All right. And it was, I don't remember if it was the same night as the moon or it was the following week, but it was literally right around that corner. Oh, listen, all this stuff always happened when I was on my way home. So I come home one night, and I go and sit on the couch, and I'm sitting there, and I all of a sudden see this all black kitten walk right by me. And I said to my husband, what the hell is that? Where'd that cat come from? And he says, he's like, don't you fool with me. I know damn well that, oh no, it was the same night as that moon. I'm sorry. It was right after that. I went and sat down. I knew it was around that time frame. So anyways, the cat goes walking by and he's telling me, I don't know where the hell that cat came from. My husband is not a big cat person. So I know he would never bring it home. He insisted that I must have brought it home when he was at work that day. And that I'm trying to play slick because I brought another cat home, which is something I would do, but I really didn't do it this time. So we're going back and forth. I'm like, no, come on. Like the cat don't disappear out of anywhere. He's like, I'm telling you that the cat just showed up. All right, whatever. So it was going through a really difficult time around that same time, different things going on. And not about a month to the day later on the full moon. Now the cat's been around. It was a young kitten. It wasn't a full grown cat. It was probably a cat that was probably like 3 or 4 months old. It was still young. A month to the day later, I made sure it never went outside or anything. I wanted to make sure it was an indoor cat, that type of deal. A month to the day later, that damn thing just disappeared. And the weird part was when it happened, I was in my kitchen. It was just literally around my feet. And I turned around to go, see whatever. I forgot who was in the kitchen. I think it might have been my husband or something. Anyways, the damn cat disappeared. And I'd never seen it since. It was the weirdest thing ever. I'm not kidding you. Now, let's move up like 10 years. Okay. A couple years ago, night of the full moon, all of a sudden, I swear to God, you're going to think I'm crazy. For a couple of days, that same exact cat, same age, same everything, came to this house I live in now and was at my steps every single evening. And my husband wouldn't let me bring it in the house. But anyways, anyhow, it was just weird. That's my crazy story. Believe it if you want. It's unexplainable. I don't understand it. So, but anyways, I've been on here for almost 2.5 hours. I wonder how many subscribers I'm going to lose after this one. So when I tell you these stories, I tell you these as, so honestly, when I say them to you, I think to myself, did it really happen? Am I imagining it? Not that I didn't really see the cat. Obviously, I really seen the cat. But then I think, is it, am I making more out of it than it really is? Is it really something paranormal that happened? I question it myself. I don't know. I can't say I know what I think and saw, but I don't know if it was, I don't know. I can't explain it. I know you won't, Sunshine Girl, because you get it.
She does.
Yeah. But anyways, those are my stories, but that doesn't mean because you didn't have the same experience that it's not capable of happening. Literally all you have to do is open up, and meditation is really what helped me. Actually, the reason I really started meditating all the time was like religiously for years. I've been slacking a little bit lately. Was that lady that my mother was saying that kept saying I was a shaman. She was the one that started pushing me to meditate more and saying that all my answers will come from my meditations, and then it'll help heal me, open myself up more. Because at that time I was going through a really rough time in my life and I was really depressed. And honest to God, meditation ended up opening me up, and I was able to learn how to heal my body from the inside out. So meditate, and you open yourself up to greater things, Really, meditation is very healing. And that doesn't matter what religion or what your belief system is. Because if anything, it's going to help calm your mind.
Sunshine said, I'm also an empath, so hard for me to be with someone.
Yeah, no, I get it. I physically had to learn to realize if like somebody's sick around me. I literally had to learn that, am I getting sick from them, or am I just feeling what they're feeling? Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Or sometimes, if you guys have noticed that sometimes when I do readings, for one, I can't promise anybody's ever going to connect from the other side. Okay. I have a lot of anxiety even talking about it if they do connect. So, but anyhow, so if somebody connects, sometimes a way to let me know that they're there, they physically let me feel the way they're feeling when they passed away. That is horrible sometimes, because sometimes I can't breathe, or I get pains in my chest, or my back starts hurting, or whatever the case may be, or like the back of my head, whatever it is, whatever ends up happening, because I can physically sometimes feel it. Mm-hmm. And it's really horrible if they die from a reason when they can't breathe, and I now have to try to catch my breath again because I physically can't breathe for a few minutes. Well, a few moments. It feels that way anyways. Yeah, Garter Girl says that I believe that butterflies, birds, hummingbirds are all signs from loved ones. Yep, and dimes too. Yes, absolutely. No, you're absolutely correct.
The question about it is Pollyanna.
Pollyanna said, when I moved into this house, there was a robin in my garden every day, and I told my mom it was my granddad. Nobody believed me. And then 4 years later, my Nana passed suddenly, and the next day, and the next morning I went out and found that there was 2 robins. Oh, that's going to make me cry. It's 2 robins. There was now, and 2 robins, and they've been here with me ever since. And that the second one is Plumper, and definitely my Nana. Oh my God, that is absolutely awesome. All right, so anything that's winged can be a sign from spirit, and this is my theory why. When you picture a spirit stuff, you picture them flying from one realm to the other, not literally flying, but they can transform from one spirit realm to the other, and their wings. So you picture that, like the doves and stuff come from the heavens. That's that symbolism of it. So anything that has wings could be symbolism from the spirit realm, that they're coming from their side to this side, if that makes sense. I had a crow talk to me once, but that's a whole other story that I probably never tell. The whole version of it, because y'all would definitely think I was crazy.
Mom might.
No, don't. Yeah. And actually the raven or crow is my totem animal. Because so if you come to my house, it looks creepy, but I don't even mean it to be. And this is a reason why. Because ravens are messengers from God. So then again, any wing thing is. And because I had that one experience, and then I've had meditations where crows have been there and different things. So to me, that's my totem animal. All right. So if I see them outside, sometimes you just pay attention and you can get the messages where a warning, or I can know when something good or bad's coming and different things. So anyhow, so they're important to me. That's like, some people have cats, some people have a turtle, some people it's elephants, so mine's the raven. And so I have them all over my house, statues or whatever else all over my house. But also, this sounds weird. Like, I have like a sugar skull in my living room. I gotta show you, it's really cool. I have a smoky quartz skull that I ordered. That's very cool, and it's a really good size. So if you see like ravens and skulls in my house, that doesn't mean that I'm bad. Okay, the reason why I have those is, well, really because the crow or raven is spiritually lets me know I'm connected with them. It's my totem animal, and to me, skull is representation of our ancestors, not anything bad. Ancestors. So it also then would be connection to the spirit realm, because you visualizing stuff, is sometimes using your imagination, and that's a visual thing. So if you ever come to my house and you see a couple weird things, really, it's not because I'm bad. It's not TV and it's not the movies. That's just my belief. Yeah, see, she loves skulls. Anybody knows that they have a skull that carries that energy. It has to do with the spirit world and the ancestors. It's not for anything bad. Literally, it's not. Oh, you guys want to see my smoky quartz skull? Somebody just got here. I think it's my daughter. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna go in my bedroom and go get it. Hold on. Oh, I hear somebody coming up my stairs.
It's your daughter. She went for an interview.
Hey, honey.
Hi, honey.
Oh, you're on live?
I am on live.
I know. That's why you're so nice. Hey, Mom, have you seen my birth certificate? Dad said it's on the table. Mom.
Yes, no, it's right here on top of the microwave. That's why you're so nice. You little shit. I heard you. Anyways.
I said it loud enough so you could hear me.
Yeah, I know you did.
How am I supposed to hide this?
Huh?
Why is it so big?
Oh, what are you doing with it? Let me see.
Ayana said that they might give me an interview right there. So I would need 2 forms of identification.
Oh, okay. No, everybody cares. No, that's the kind they'd want to see. All right. So it's a light colored one, but this is my skull, my smoky quartz skull. Isn't that very cool? And I got it for a pretty cheap price too. All right. It's cool. I love it.
You were born in Virginia?
And I keep it with me next to a couple pictures of ancestors that I have that have passed away, that crossed over. And then this is my favorite stone. I don't know if you guys can see it. You can't really see the flash on here. This is called a labradorite. Some people carry labradorite because it helps with your intuition, psychic abilities. But you see how it's shaped as an egg? All right. You can't really tell. There's an awesome blue flash in it. But so the reason why sometimes people don't know this, but sometimes people sell or buy stoned eggs. This is a symbol of fertility. Am I trying to get pregnant? No, hell, I don't even got a uterus. But really what it's for is so then that way, if I want to bring something new, abundance into my life, I can use this to symbolize and to represent what growth I want to come into my life. You know, the fertility of it, to help it manifest and grow. So basically, this is what that is. I have tons of cool little things around the house. I got little crystal pyramids and for manifestation of the energy of healing. And I had it here yesterday. All right. So then I got this crystal grid, all right, which has all the chakras in it and has the points, which represents the cone of power. And I use this for like good vibes, good energy, and for healing if I was to do Reiki or something. Okay. Yeah, see, usually if I go anywhere, listen, I usually carry crystal in my boob. I'm not gonna lie. I can hide a lot in these pockets. My pocketbook is heavy because I got a whole bunch of stones in there. I carry chakra stones with me because you never know if I'm gonna have to pull them out to do a healing. And I'll tell you why I do this. And I always carry a pendulum with me too. One time years ago, I'm a Reiki master, okay? One time many years ago, before my BFF passed away, she was around the same time her daughter was murdered. That's why I have this tattoo of a heart here. This was for her. But anyways, well, she was murdered and the mom was not handling it well at all. So from stress, she gets like TMIs, okay? And so she was having a mini stroke. And I literally had just left her house when another good friend of hers, her other best friend, called me and said, get back here right now. She's having a stroke. So I rushed right back. I was literally walking through my door. So I go right back to her house. And I had, which I need to get another one because it did end up falling apart. I had a chakra wand. It was probably like this big. Bye, sweetheart. It was probably like this big and had all the chakra stones on it. So anyways, at that time, I always carried it in my pocketbook. It was probably why I broke. And so I went there and I put it on her chest, started doing some Reiki and praying. She instantly sits right up and she's like, I don't know what the fuck you did. She's like, but all of a sudden I felt everything just leave my body. She's like, it was the coolest and freakiest thing ever. So, but anyways, I don't know if I did it or she just got over it. I don't know what happened. I hope to believe that it was me, but it was it was confirmation that energy work really works, if that makes sense. You can heal. Oh, that's awesome. Without using anything. Yeah.
Celica wants to know if she can leave you a message.
Of course, honey.
After live.
So this is a reason why I carry around remember I said I carry around a pendulum with me. I do not use it for yes or no questions. And that's because my energy can influence that answer. Okay. If you have a pendulum, I'll have to show you one day. You can, if you do it right, you can tell it, let me know which way is yes. Let me know which way it's no. You can tell it to stop and it will stop moving. All right. So the thing is, if you really, really want to answer it to be yes, 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 it's going to be yes. Okay. Your subconscious can't change it. So it's a good form of divination, but I don't think it's 100% accurate. And that's because I learned out the hard way. But what I do use it for, and the reason why I carry it with me is because if I was to do healing on somebody, besides I can feel the energy, it feels different or whatever. So I can tell where somebody on their body, needs to get helped. But if you have the pendulum and you put it over them very slowly, it'll vibrate where they're having a problem, where they need to get it fixed. So that's just a way of helping me indicate what area that I need to work on. So now you guys all know my craziness, but that's okay. I noticed I lost a couple people here, unless people are talking. So if you're here lurking in the background, can you at least give me a thumbs up? Yeah, I don't know if it's amazing, but I guess it's cool. I guess when you have so many experiences, because I'm always like, I don't got much to say. But then when I start talking, I'm like, damn, I guess I do have a lot to say. I guess I've had a lot of things happen. But if you're just so used to it, it just ends up being a part of your normal everyday life. You know what I mean?
Right, Sunshine?
Yeah.
She was talking about healings with her hands only. She said, Iris, you are not crazy.
Oh, hey, Sam, sweetheart. How you doing?
You just got here?
And B's like, still 290 subs. Good. At least I didn't lose any. That's good. I just need 210 more so I can get my community page. Just 210 more.
Oops.
I would really like it if V came up here and talked about her experiences sometime.
Or Sunshine.
Or Sunshine. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, Sunshine. You'll have to email me also at the end. So now that you guys all know about my crazy business. But anyhow, so if you guys have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. You know, I've been just yap. Not even really paying attention to the chat. I'm horrible about that. So I don't mean to ignore any of y'all.
Can you share my friend's Facebook page that sells healing crystals?
I mean, I could, but I sell them too. No, I don't really have that many that right now, so it's fine. But I do though. Hold on, I'm going to show you. I told you guys I make jewelry, right? And you guys will never believe how many stones I have. But let me show you one case. One case. I got to start making jewelry again. Wait till you guys see. Hold on. This is so heavy. So heavy. Look at filled with stones. Let me see. Let me open it so you can see. Filled with stones. I still have stones I got to put in here. Look at it. Oops, I opened it upside down. Look at it. Filled with stones.
So you have a zircon crystal. Queen Nessie said.
Oh, no, I don't. I don't think I do. Look at more. I think I got some labradorite in here. Chevron, amethyst, rose quartz. I'm telling you. Oh, look at tons and tons. This is only labradorite only. Told you my favorite stone. Just some different random stones in here. Lapis. Let's see. I'm telling you, I have tons. Oh, that's some wire there. Oh, look at more. Okay, I got a piece of, want to see what ruby looks like? Rough ruby. I got moss agate. Moonstone. Look, I got tons. See, tons. Let me see. Oh, see this? This is a rough piece of ruby before it's polished. Ruby is my birthstone. Yeah, more amethyst. I got lots and lots. I wonder if you can see the flash on this one. See the flash on this labradorite? Beautiful. I got tons. I'm telling you, y'all. I need to start making some jewelry because my husband's gonna. I keep buying all this stuff and I haven't made time to do anything with it. But I have plenty to make. I just need to get some more wire too. Wire is very expensive, though, and I'm not working right now. So eventually I'll start getting it a little at a time. I mean, I can get artistic wire for dirt cheap, but I have lifetime guarantee on my stuff. Oh, oops, I just broke this off of here. I think this is a piece of Tektite. Anyways, I got lots and lots of stuff.
Dragon's blood?
Dragon's blood.
Yeah. What do you mean? This ass. Oh, I like this though. This is good for
This is
psychic
fake though.
abilities.
Yeah, but it's faked.
That
It's-
one's fake?
Yeah, it's fake. You can tell by looking at it, it's been dyed. Like, listen, this is turquoise. Real turquoise. Like a lot of people will sell turquoise that's just like this. All right, this is very rare. See this turquoise? This turquoise from Arizona. Most of the time they sell fake turquoise. Okay, this is fake. It's usually dyed highlight. They dye it blue. Highlight is like white and with black lines in it, so they'll dye it. They'll dye it blue and then pretend it's real turquoise. So if you get it for a decent price, it's probably because it's not real. Real turquoise is very expensive.
That's fake.
And like, yeah, it is. It's dyed. So that's why I've had it for years. I haven't sold it. But hold on. I wanted to show you guys. Where's that piece I just had? That piece of turquoise.
Did you put it back in?
Oh, another one. Another flashing one.
Whoops.
I wonder if this will flash on the camera. Oh, not very well. This. Yeah, okay. I want to find some more too.
They even have yellow turquoise now. I've got some at home.
Yellow turquoise is young turquoise. It's not as aged.
Yeah.
So anyway, see this piece of turquoise here? It's the quality in here is not very good. And all the best pieces I've sold already anyways. So this is my last. So anyhow, this didn't come from the United States, by the way. So this is, oops. It didn't come from the United States because I can't afford.
It's meant for me.
I can't afford it. But I'm telling you, when I guys tell you that I have tons of cabochons to make jewelry, my mother was actually wearing a necklace that I made her a few years ago.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah. This is a moss agate too, and I forgot what it's mixed with, but it's very pretty. Very pretty. This is bumblebee jasper. I have tons. This is, I forgot kind of opal this is, but this is like a low grade opal. And of course, tigers. I'm telling you, I can go through this all day. This is just in that one little corner.
One little box.
One little box is like unakite. Tons. Solar light. Oh, gold sheen obsidian. Yeah, I said that one was fake.
Oh,
are you guys bored looking at all my weird stuff I need to make jewelry with?
Weird.
And listen, that's only one case. I have tons. I got some that are shaped as moons that I haven't made yet. I got some shaped as crystal points that I got to make something with. I make pendulums, all kinds of stuff. I like tiger's eye. It's good to help keep you grounded too.
Iris, why is this in with the other stuff?
What? Oh, this is a garnet, a raw garnet.
Unpolished raw garnet.
Yeah, raw garnet. I prefer
This
raw
is a good
stones,
stone.
actually. I love raw stones. And I like seeing them. I don't think I have any here. Somewhere I have raw emerald. I don't know where it is right now. I didn't see it. It could be somewhere in here.
Sunshine said you need to make me something with all the stones. How about one of those things I got for the cars?
Oh, I want to see what else I have. That's pretty cool. I've made earrings out of these. Oh, well, here's one little pendant. The this cabochon, except for it's a skull. Isn't that cool? I must not have liked the way I've wrapped it. It's probably why it's still in here. But I got them in different colors. I don't have as many as I used to. I've sold most of them. But yeah, I have lots. And then I bought these that they're not exactly what I thought they were going to be when I bought them, but that's okay.
I might have some holders for this.
Yeah, I gotta do something with it.
Yeah.
But I got what I paid for it. It ended up being really cheap, so it didn't matter.
Oh, shit. I love your special.
Thank you. Trust me, that is nothing. That is nothing.
What is the best for severe anxiety?
For severe anxiety, well, I don't know all of it. Like I would have to look it up in my little book. But they do have stones that are good for people that have, like high anxiety. It is, what's it called? Obsidian. Any stone that's a grounding stone that will be good for your root chakra. Okay. So reds, browns, any like the earth tones, a lot of those will help with, help you keep grounded. And if you're able to stay grounded, that'll help with anxiety. And then they also have stones like light colored stones that could be lower vibration, like rose quartz or an amethyst, because those are all love stones. So if you help love yourself, that'll take away some anxiety. Also, if you get something like, so if you wore like tiger's eye, so if you got a bracelet and you have tiger's eye with hematite on it together, because hematite also takes away negativity, especially if it's magnetic, because it's going to suck it out. With the stone, with the tiger's eye, it'll help keep you grounded. So it'll absorb it and then help keep you grounded. So help keep you level. And also malachite. Malachite is, let me see if I have any here. I can show you. I don't know if I have any more. Malachite is very pretty. It's a green and black stone. I probably have it in beads, but I don't know if I have any more cabochons like that.
Sam mentioned this stone.
Lucky light? I don't have any of that though.
No,
yeah.
he said that's what it's good for anxiety.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
It's
yeah.
awesome looking.
Oh, my son's calling. He's gonna have to wait a minute. My son has COVID right now. That poor kid. So he's missing work, a lot of work. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I got that stone in here. Oh, I got another piece of turquoise here. But I haven't made it yet because I got it, a few of them in a bulk, and it was mostly brown. Actually, turquoise is really good for anxiety too because it helps keep you grounded. But all right, so like the stone, all right, so like I said, that amethyst will help keep you calm. But if it opens you up too much, it might make your vibration higher too. So a grounding stone I would prefer, because if it's a higher vibration stone, it could technically give you more anxiety, but it's really on you. No, I can't find it right now. Oh, here's a pink piece of opal. It's an opal rock. I think this was from, I don't remember where it was from. Somewhere out west. Nevada, maybe? Might have been Nevada. I've had some of these for years. I don't remember.
You better get to work.
Yeah. I don't, Sam, I don't think I own that stone. I don't know. I haven't been in any places locally that's sold it. You know what I'm saying? To even really, like I've seen it on pictures, but I've never really seen one in person. Wait, is my dog locked in somewhere? I hear him whining. Did he get outside?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Grace.
No, go that way.
Right here.
What? He is? What dog do I hear yelping outside?
I have no clue. Maybe one of hers.
Oh, it might be my neighbor's dogs. Just had a damn stroke. Oh, it is one of the dogs. I hear it. They have a puppy back there, so it sounds like the puppy's yelping. So anyways, I showed you some of my wacky stuff that I have, and I told you probably way too much about myself than I should have. That's okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, anyways, I've been on here almost 3 hours. I can't believe I've been on here this long.
Well, some of it was just us talking.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Seriously. Oh, but you know how your little animals scare the hell out of you sometimes? I live on a busy street, and he's usually really pretty good, but he's an unfixed male that every once in a while he will try to bolt. Very rarely, but he will try to bolt. And I've seen him almost get hit by a car twice. I live on a very busy road, and the cars go whipping by. So when he bolts across the road and there's always a car coming, holy crap, it scares me. He took off one time, and I got him the next day. We called animal control and everything. Oh my gosh. He ended up being like, I don't know, I think it was like 2 miles away. 1.5 miles, 2 miles. Yeah, up on top of Highland Avenue. That's like 2 miles from here, right? Yeah. Anyways, it's no area we've ever been from. And we think that, because usually if he takes off, he only goes in a route that we usually take him for a walk. And it was raining too. So we're thinking somebody might have picked him up. But he was found in some lady's garage crying, soaking wet from the rain. Oh my God, it broke my heart. Oh, you were lurking quietly, but the crystals made you come out of hiding. Hold on, maybe I can grab some more. Hold on. Be right back. Where's that big box of crystals I have?
I don't know.
Oh, I think it was put in my back office. Yes, it might be like a shoebox. Heavy raw crystals. I literally have crystals all over my house. I've showed some of them before, but those I packed away, those crystals I packed away already because I use them for bending and stuff. I have a piece of shugnite here. Oh, look at my itty bitty skull. It's really tiny. I got some pink tourmaline. Can you guys see it? These, a lot of times if I do readings and stuff, you guys might not always see them in camera, but I always keep them with me. One of these, a little crystal. I love stones. This is a very cheap amber. Like, it's not the whole thing's, it's like part amber, part crystal, but inside of it is is it a bumblebee? I don't know. It looks like a bee. I don't know what I did with my glasses, but there's some kind of bug in there, like deep in the middle, but it's not. I got it for a pretty affordable price because you can see that dark spot. It's a bug. So it still must have been on the stick. So it looks like it was like on a stick or something. You can see that one line. Of course, amethyst. Oh no, labradorite. I mean, more amethyst, a bunch of crystals. I forgot what this is called. Oh my gosh, what the hell is it? It's pink. I mean, it's blue. You can't really see the blue in it, but I got a few of these points. That's what you were looking for. This crystal was found in my town. Oh yeah, see? I had more of them. Yeah, they've been sitting here for years. Look how dirty they are. Yeah, a lot of geodes. Oh, I think some of these were Bubba's. Yeah, see? Oh. A raw piece of malachite in a form that most of you guys probably have never seen before.
Crystals.
Yeah, milky quartz crystals. They're raw, so they're still dirty. Like, I didn't go and get them, but at a store where I don't know how they clean them and polish them up, but see, so they're still dirty. Yeah. This was found in Connecticut. I know this was found in Arizona. It's a piece of agate. Different things. Oh, wait a minute. Sam. Could this been the stone that you were talking about before? You can't really see the purple in it because of the lighting.
Yeah.
Because I think this stone began with an L.
Lepidolite.
Yeah, I think this began with an L, but I can't remember what it's called. But it's a very light purple. It's very pretty. I've had these for so long. I forgot what it's called. I think this was found in my state also. This is green too, and I forgot what this is called. I have lots somewhere. This looks like it's bubbly, like it came from like a cave or something. Like I said, I've had some of these so long, I don't even remember. I could just keep going. And did you know? All right, so I saved these ones for demonstration. These I found in my state, okay? So they're, you could tell they've been around for a while. So these are 2 crystal rocks, okay? So when we have like a healing class or different things like that, or if we're talking about energy work, a lot of times I bring these. And I want to show how crystals conduct energy. Now, crystal rocks holds energy inside of it. So how crystal rock is made, this is a rock, not the point. But a crystal rock is made from lava that melted the rocks. And then when they hardened again, that's how you get crystal rocks. So these are like hundreds of thousands of years old around here. In Connecticut, you find them literally everywhere. So anyhow, if you turn off the light and you take these 2 together and you shake it back and forth, inside it looks like lightning strikes from the sky, and you can see that. But anyways, that's just a fun little cool fact. Damn, I forgot what the hell all these are called now. I've been sitting there for years.
Should have written them down.
I should have. I probably did have a list like years.
Where's the green one?
This one?
Yeah, I like that.
This is that guy I got. He got somewhere in Connecticut here.
Oh, that one that you said, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, they say malachite is poisonous. You're not supposed to touch it with your hand, but I don't know. I just heard that the other day.
Missing again.
Oh, I got this too.
This don't work.
I got lots. I got a bunch around the whole entire house.
Iris is full of rocks.
Looks like I'm missing some too, because I had an awesome piece of pyrite I can't find. And some have turned up missing throughout the years. I don't know what happened to them. And I'm sure some of these are here because they just didn't know what they were when they were taken.
Have to clean them all out.
I used to have fire agates and fire opals, but unfortunately they were stolen somewhere. And so true fire opals and stuff are very expensive. A true one. There's a lot of fakes out, a lot of fake opals. Actually, most of them, they call them opalites, where people try to pass them off as real opals. But a true fire opal is very, very expensive. So I got a few little mini pieces. Well, to me, they're very, very expensive. I live on a budget. So they're a little pricey, and I got them, and they're very, very, very tiny. So I've been saving them to make jewelry with them, but I don't know where they are now. There was like 4 or 5 in the package. I wanted to try to make a couple rings and stuff, or a mini little pendant necklace, but I wouldn't be able to sell them because I would never get the money's worth out of them. I paid a pretty penny for them, and I know I couldn't get back what I spent for them. I mean, I sell most of my jewelry pretty cheap than most people do. And then I have other people saying they're too expensive. And I'm like, dude, do you know how much time and energy it took? Do you know how much sterling silver costs? That shit's expensive. Hence the reason why I haven't made any lately. You know? And I won't use my good stones for the cheap artistic wire, just for like costume jewelry and stuff. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, you got one of the raw malachite ones, Queen Nessie? I have another one somewhere. Another malachite one somewhere that that was broken in half, and you can see like where the black lines and stuff swivel in it.
Garden Girl, does Mama Dearest ever pop on camera?
Oh no, I believe you, Sunshine. I'm just saying those are the ones I have. And I paid a good penny for them. I paid a good penny for them from a dealer, you know.
The guy who found them, right?
Huh?
The guy that found them.
No, not the fire opals. Fire opals not around here.
All right, Garden Girl asked if I ever pop on camera. Tell her to rewind it.
If what?
Does Mama Dearest ever pop on camera?
Yeah, she was on camera a little while ago. For a few minutes, actually.
Yeah.
She was talking. She sure was.
How do you find your totem animal? Queen Nessie said.
Huh?
How do you find your totem animal? Queen Nessie asked.
It comes to you. You just know. I don't know how to explain. You could try to meditate and find out what it is. But say if, all right, so the way my daughter found out the elephant was hers, since she was a little kid, she was always loved elephants and she connected with elephants. And then when she got a little bit older and started hearing about different, about totem animals and different things like that, she decided to, or her spirit animal, it's real. All right. So crow's really my spirit animal, but almost the same difference. So anyways, she started looking it up and she's like, oh my God, that's me 100%. So it's usually a sign of something that keeps coming over and over again. And sometimes some animals will come in and out of your life temporarily. So whatever you need for at that moment, they'll come around to let you know they're here and then they leave. And then some stay with you for a lifetime. My other one I have is a spider, and I'm afraid of spiders. But spiders have to do with creativity, so. And for protection. But
Sunshine said, I have more than one. I think it is weird.
no, I have a couple of them, Sunshine. I have a couple too. There's nothing wrong with that. And some will come and go as you need them too in your life. You know? And some people don't even realize they have one, you know? So if somebody's like, one of my older daughters loves eagles, bald eagles, since she was really, really little. And I tried telling her, oh, that's your spirit animal, you know? And she's like, yeah, okay. You know, but it is. Well, now she's older, she'll admit to it, but at the time she was like, yeah, okay, you're crazy, Mom. Yeah. Queen says that elephants, polar bears, also all owls. Yep, see? And just look up and see what their meanings are for them. And you'll probably get it. You know why they're always there for you. And then they'll start showing up when they have a message. Yeah, when they have a message for you, you'll start like see them. Seems like you see them everywhere. See them on TV. You see them on a billboard driving down the road. Like all the time, you'll just notice they're popping up. If you dream about them, it's them letting them know that they're there at that time. So they always seem to be there. There is a reason.
Here, Diane's going to rewind, so I'll just do this.
No, crows aren't bad. They're not bad.
Hi, Diane. I'm on.
Crows aren't bad at all. They represent the like Native Americans. That's one of their sacred animals.
Yeah, crows, eagles, yeah, bears.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one of their sacred animals because they can easily carry messages from the spirit world to this world. So, and sometimes they will warn you. It's not because they're bad. It's because they're warning you to let you know something's about to happen. So just pay attention. That's all. What, little man?
Can I go to the chest?
Huh?
Can I go to your chest?
Yeah. Okay. For a little bit.
Your homework done?
Yeah, for a little bit. All right.
Why?
What do you mean why?
For a little bit.
You got to be home at the normal time.
I'm not leaving right now, though.
When you leaving?
When my friend gets home.
Okay. All right.
My back is so sweaty. Really bad.
Yeah, that's right, Sunshine. They're messengers. People think that they're bad because they'll see them just before something bad happens, but it's only because they're trying to warn you. Hello, pay attention, you know. So all right. So the very first time I ever seen this happen. So they'll say if you drive a car and you hit a bird, that means somebody's going to die. Okay. The very first time that I really truly heard that was when I was a teenager and I was with my husband I am with now. His mom was on the highway getting ready to get off the exit, and she hit a black bird. All right. And she said, oh God, that means somebody's going to die. That night I got a phone call saying that an ex that I was with before my husband for a very short time. But anyways, at that moment though, he was still trying to get a hold of me and trying to, still get me to be with him. But anyways, I wasn't with him. But I still did talk to him every once in a while. But anyways, he had killed himself that day. And he literally lived right as soon as we got off the highway and turned a corner. His house was literally right there. So, but anyways, oh, I'm glad you like hearing my stories. I feel like a weirdo saying them, but it is what it is. I won't see none of y'all in real life, so judge away. I know that's horrible to say. It's hard. It's easier to tell somebody a story about yourself that you feel uncomfortable sharing if you're not like physically right in front of them for them to judge you and give you that look. Like, does that make sense? Good. We all can be weirdos together. Like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm out somewhere, I probably wouldn't share some of these stories because I'm afraid I'm going to be judged. Oh, thank you, Pollyanna. Thank you, guys. Well, actually, I do hope to meet some of you guys one day. I really do. I really do. I might be a little more shy at first, believe it or not.
We're going to get rich and be able to transport ourselves.
Yeah, we'll get rich and be able to transport ourselves. Everybody thinks everybody in America is rich. Not so much.
Where does Sunshine from?
Sunshine, where are you from? Actually, where's everybody from? I love hearing where people are from. My goal is to be able to, well, I have a few spots in our country I love to travel to, but I would love to go. All right, so my go-to places, if I could ever leave this country, is Scotland, Ireland, and then Australia. Those are my 3 main places I want to go. And Egypt, though, because I want to go see the pyramids and go see their museums and stuff. And I was offered to have that trip paid for me a few years ago, but I chickened out. I was afraid.
So, Moonbeam.
Southern California, Scotland. Yeah, see, I want to go there someday because it's beautiful.
Sunshine's from Oregon.
Hannibal, Missouri. Hannibal Lecter. You guys get made fun of? Upstate New York. Belgium.
Oregon.
What is Belgium near? I'm trying to picture on the map. I'm trying to remember. Like, I know, like, Nessie is in Malaysia. I will. Where'd you say you're from? Oh, you're from Scotland, too?
Oregon and Sunshine.
Oh, nice. Oregon. I heard Oregon is beautiful, too.
Pollyanna's in Canada.
Australia. Oh, see, you're living in one of my places I want to go to. So, you know who I've met a few times from Australia? I mean, maybe you don't know who she is, but she has an amazing voice. I absolutely love her. Wendy Rule. Oh, my gosh. I love her. She's such a sweetheart. She actually bought jewelry off of me once. Yep, she did. But she's from Australia. Alburn. Is there an Alburn, Australia? Something like that. I think that's where she's from. I don't know if that's where she stays now. And she moved here for a while, and I think she recently moved back, past year or so.
I'm going pee with the dog.
Yeah, he's in Malaysia.
Right? Come on.
I want to travel everywhere. I really do. Near Germany and the Netherlands. Oh, Netherlands would be another beautiful place to go to. Oh, so you know who Wendy Rule is? She's awesome. I love her voice. Hearing her sing, oh, I've been to so many concerts of hers. Oh yeah, her voice just carries. Oh, it's amazing. She's such a beautiful soul. I would love to go. Someday I'm going to hit the lotto and I'm going to get a hold of all you guys. You remember that one time you said like 2 years ago that I could swing by your house? Yeah, Wendy Rule. Yeah. It's her voice. And the thing is, so like Kendra says that she would look her up. Her voice literally sounds nothing like it does if you were to meet her in person. I can't even describe it. Like I have a bunch of her CDs and stuff, and seeing videos of her like on YouTube, and I'm just thinking like her voice does not carry on audio that it does in person. Canada too. Canada would be the first place I go because that's only a couple hour drive up north. But I need to get my what do you call it, to be able to travel. Passport. Yes, thank you. But I just don't have the money for that. That's expensive. I mean, it's a couple $100. That don't sound like a lot, but when you're on your budget, it is. But someday, and one of the first places I would go is probably Canada. You sound nothing like Mrs. Delphire, by the way. That's awesome. Funny. So Sunshine's background is European. So you would love to visit Scotland, Ireland, England, and Norway. Yeah. I have my family history, which I want to go get a DNA test. But my family history is really very mixed. Most Americans have a little bit of everything in them. That's not a lie. So if they'll say, oh, I'm Irish, because a lot of people will say that around here, and they probably got a piss drop of Irish in them, and they'll claim it. So I can't really say I'm anything, because I have a little bit of everything in me. I know I have Native American ancestors. Am I Native American? No, I'm blonde hair and blue eyes. I wouldn't claim something I'm not.
I'm Irish.
Even just because you're a little bit. Yeah, my little man, he's Irish. His father is half Irish. His grandparents, one is from Ireland and the other one is Irish also. So he's mostly Irish. And then, but my husband's side has Mexican and stuff. But he's really pale. We say he's neon. No, he's glowing.
That's
Fluorescent glow white. Like he's bright.
Gotcha.
Oh, my husband. So, he wants to show you his skin. He's white. Born and raised in Scotland. Awesome. You guys have some beautiful countryside. Huh? He says I'm albino too. The reason why he says that is yeah. So the doctor, his eyes twitch. There's a name for it, but his eyes twitch. So if like you put a pen next to him and go like this, they like bounce when they go by. And there's a name for it. And they said it's because his pigment is really light. And it's kind of like a form of albinism. It's not like he's actually an albino.
Joy Cowley is here. Oh.
Hey, Joy. How are you, sweetheart? How you been? I haven't seen you in here in a while. I'm glad you came.
Say goodbye to Diane. She's leaving to give Mama back.
Oh, bye, Diane. Have a beautiful day. Yeah, I'm sure I'll see you around somewhere. I can't believe how long I've been in here yapping, too. Aren't you all sick of hearing me? Your grandfather was 100% Norwegian. I know that's part of our past DNA, and we ended up traveling down to like France, and then we ended up going to Canada, and then worked our way down here to Connecticut. On my mama's side, anyways. And I think my father's side, I came over on the second Mayflower, so they have English in them, but they have some German too, and Scottish. I mean, my maiden name is Knox. Anyways, I think I took up enough of y'all's time. I can sit here and talk all day, and my stories might get crazier and crazier. No, I think I basically told you most of the craziest ones. Oh my gosh, no, thank you so much. Thank you. I know a couple people yesterday sent me, like, please don't think I'm rude if I don't thank you for if you send me money, but I really don't know who some of you are. And there's no option on how to comment back. Like, I see you guys will say something to me, but I'm like, all I can do is like give a heart back or something. Like, there's no way for me to say anything. So please, thank you. And if I really don't know who some of you are that send me money. So thank you. And if I ever did find out who you are, I'm not going to dox you. And I would never say, so who's so-and-so that sent me money so I can say thank you. Like, that would be really crappy of me. Yeah, that's what we say. We're mutts. Yeah, we're a little bit of everything. Most Americans are a little bit of everything. So they might say to you, I'm blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but they're probably blah, 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 plus what other 5, 6, 7 other blah, blah, blahs mixed in there. So I don't know what the hell I say. I am. Little of everything.
Heinz 57 variety.
Yeah. Heinz 57 variety. That's what my father used to say, right?
Yep.
You're a mutt too? Yeah, I think most Americans are mutts.
Build stash. That's different.
You know, it's very rare that you actually meet somebody here that's from a different country that, you know, like I said, like all these people around here will say, I'm Irish. Probably like 5 generations ago, and you got now like telling things mixed. So how can you say you're Irish? So it might be part of your heritage, but you don't know nothing about it. Or, you know, I hear a lot of people say, I'm Italian. But your Italian family came over 100 years ago, and since then y'all split up, so you're a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just say you're one thing because you're not. Okay. You're a little bit of everything. Like, I could say I'm Native American because I have a little pea drop in my pinky somewhere. I would never say I'm Native American, but people do that all the time, and that really irritates the hell out of me.
Okay.
Bye, garden girl, baby.
She was Shelsa instead of mutt. Yeah, I say, in other words, you're American. Blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. Just American, and whatever it is. I don't think it really matters, right?
No.
Why do people want to know anyways? Doesn't matter.
My life.
I mean, especially if you're around. I mean, if somebody's from a different culture, I mean, that's cool because I love hearing about different cultures. So when he must have thought I was weird. So a family member of mine moved to Saudi Arabia for a few years, and her husband that she ended up being with, I talked to him all the time, almost daily, and I would ask him questions all day long. Hey, stupid questions too. Like, I would ask him, how do you guys pee? How do you do, like, I want to know everything. I love hearing about other cultures. So I'd ask, like, you know, see pictures around the house to see what's in there. So when he would go into different shops and stuff, he would try to hide it. So when he would go in different shops and stuff, he would try to take videos so I can see different things. And because I really love learning about culture, you know, well, hey, what do you guys eat on a normal everyday basis? Like, I learned so much from that culture, you know what I'm saying? But I love, so if I hear someone from a different country, don't be surprised if I start asking random questions. So by the way, when you go to the bathroom, do you stand up or pee? Do you have to squat or do you have a toilet seat? Do you have a bidet? Like, honestly, I'm weird. I love hearing about other cultures. You know, like he would talk about why I knew what they ate with their fingers, but he explained to me why they ate with their fingers is because it's one of their senses and that's how they connect with God. You know, so it makes sense. You know, he explained all these things because I asked lots of questions. I asked questions about his religion. I got books given to me. So, you know, I learned a lot. I will. When I get off of here, I will. Because I get off of here, I'll probably start dinner. I'm making a meatloaf tonight. But I'll grab a bowl of cereal or something to hold me over. My problem is I do it the worst thing. I forget to eat during the day because I stay busy. And then when I get bored at night, and that's when I want to eat. So I eat the worst time of the day. I should be eating in the morning. That's because Gordy were once Scottish, so knows everything down to York.
And water. Irish.
Oh, Shell says, I hate when someone starts saying, hey, lasse, and Scottish words that haven't been used since since Jesus was alive. That's all we know. That's all you hear on TV. So that's what we were growing up listening to. So that probably happens. And water. Yes, actually, I am quite thirsty. I got some water in my coffee. It's melted.
What kind is that?
No, but usually I have a bottle of water next to me.
Is that sugar frost?
Not today.
Oh, it's not?
I don't drink enough. The doctor yells at me for it.
What is it?
And I told the doctor, this was a couple years ago, and I told him once, I said, honest to God, I don't know how I'm fat. I really don't eat that much. He said,
If it was frosted,
I
you
used
said
to,
no.
though. I used to. Like, I got fat from eating, obviously. And he said it's because I put my body into starvation mode. So it's trying to hold on to everything because I don't eat. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I guess.
A and Na.
Huh?
A and Na are all about all that survived through the years.
Yeah.
What is this Vatican map that just showed up?
I don't see a Vatican map. That's not me?
Yeah, you're in the little corner over there.
That's, Mom, fast forward your thing. I think it went backwards by mistake.
Oh.
You probably hit it and it slid over.
Nope.
Anyways, I know I said I was going to get off a couple times. As soon as I ate my meds at night, I'm on a mission to eat like a sugar monster. Yeah. It's not just that you get bored and you just want something to do and snack on. And I smoke a lot too because I'm an antsy person. I have to do something at all times. And really that's the reason why I started doing crafts and stuff to begin with. To keep me busy at all times. Whether it's crocheting or doing crafts, making jewelry or something. Why I started doing YouTube is just so I can be doing something at all times. It's adult ADD. I can't help it.
I smoke weed.
You smoke weed? I should.
No wonder she eats all the time.
No, I used to at night just a little bit just so it can help me go to sleep. Because when you have ADD, if anybody knows, your brain never shuts down. So it's going, going, going. So sometimes I have trouble falling asleep, and honestly, a little bit will. Now I have a vape pen. I don't use it that often now. Like I've had it for months. It shows you how often I use it. And I haven't even tried it yet, but I got some gummy worms that we want to try for pain. But you want to know why I haven't tried them? Because they're very high milligrams, and I'm afraid even if I break them up, it might be too much, and I'll feel like I'm high, and I don't like feeling like I'm high. You know what I'm saying? Where I don't want to fall asleep when I shouldn't be sleeping. It's just a paranoia thing. So I'll tell you the story. So one of my children smokes weed. She's an adult, by the way. And I went to go visit her one time, and she was rolling whatever. And I said, I love eating herbs. All right, I'm a weirdo. I like trying different herbs. Oh, what kind of herb is that? Can I try it? Well, weed's an herb. So I'm like, can I try a piece? So like the little crumbs there, I was like, because I wanted to try it. I like eating herbs. I'm a weirdo. I don't know what to tell you. So anyhow, she's like, who the hell eats weed? Like, you know, nobody does that. So she's making fun of it. She's like, you probably could have made a joint out of that. By the way, it did not get me high. Just to let you all know. But it wasn't that much. It was, you know, she over-exaggerates about how much I tried. And I said to her, because I was joking, I'm like, of course, you know, like, why are you making fun of me? I had to eat my Wheaties. You know, Wheaties is cereal.
You know.
All right, I think I'm just talking way too much about my crazy self. My 10-year-old has ADHD, and so I'm all around it. Yeah, most of my kids have it. They do. So our family gets a little loud. Like if you were to come to my house, we're a very loud family. Actually, I'm probably the quietest one out of my family. No lie. I'm not even exaggerating. And I'm loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. My family have to overtalk each other. They're loud and obnoxious and very open and opinionated. The stuff that comes out of their mouth will probably make some of y'all blush. Yeah. Yep. I get it.
Sunshine said she's loud. She seems so passive online.
Who's that?
Sunshine.
Oh, is she?
She said, me, I'm loud.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. So my husband, my husband heard. He's like, not me. Oh, yes, you guys get going. You're loud as hell. No, my husband extra loud lately because he's going deaf, and I keep telling him he needs to go to the doctor, get his hearing checked. I don't think he believes us when we say it to him. So now he's yelling really loud because he can't hear shit.
I'm shy.
My husband is the last thing from quiet, let me tell you. Like, he'll walk in the house, and I have to, like, sometimes text and let him know. Because he's a jokester, so he'll just, like, fling open the door, and he's like, hey, motherfuckers, or something to that effect, because he thinks he's funny, you know. He is funny. So I'm like, I'm not, you know.
I feel like I'm going to puke.
Why?
Because I'm nervous.
Did you go already?
No, Mom.
So what happened?
We got into a car crash. You know, Santa came in.
You're so full of crap because I just seen y'all pull up.
Yeah, I know. I was being sarcastic.
I told you all my kids talk shit. I wasn't lying.
I can't, Grandma.
So
I feel like I'm going to puke on you.
Your hair looks very pretty today. It looks like a little straighter or something.
Thanks.
Did you straighten it this morning?
No, I'm white.
Yeah, straighten it with a straightener. Yeah, you know, like.
Mom.
What?
She don't want to discuss it.
Oh.
Why would I not discuss it? I made a joke. White girls have thin hair. It's straight hair.
I'm on live still. Where'd you get that shirt?
Walmart.
Breathe when you come to the house. You're all out of breath because God forbid if you walked.
I didn't walk. Says the one who stays home and doesn't have to walk in this heat.
She says one stays home and doesn't have to walk in the heat. It's not. It's like 70 degrees outside. That's not hot.
Is Irish straightening her hair?
No, it looks like my daughter Amy did today. Is what I was saying.
And I'm out of breath because I was nervous and I feel like I'm gonna puke on you. Okay.
Oh, did you have an interview or you just filled out the application?
And I kept asking them over and over again, and they were like, another question. I was like, Arr! And then they were like, what are your residences that you have been living with in the past 3 years? And I thought they meant people I lived with. So I started putting you, Jogi, and Dad down. And then I realized what it was. And then and then I used the whiteout, and the whiteout wasn't working because it was the string one. So then they had to give me the cream one, and everything went bad.
Aw,
that's not.
My daughter was filling out her first application today. She's saying it didn't go quite as well as she
And there
expected.
was like 3 other people there.
She's 17 and she'll be 18 soon. And she's been wanting getting a job forever, but the problem is we had to wait for Social Security card. And every time we sent it in, they had a problem with it. They weren't going to accept my pay stubs when I was working because I didn't get paid under the table. I got paid taxes, but it wasn't from a big corporation. So it was handwritten every single week. You know, you get a copy of it, your pay stub. And because it wasn't from a corporation, they wouldn't accept it. It was like dumb shit over and over again. Or they said they didn't get information. And
you know what's funny? Speaking of paperwork, I think I've signed more paperwork in my life in the span of that, like, I don't know how long I was there for, than I have in my whole career of being alive.
90 degrees there? Oof.
Rob said it's 78 here.
It's not 78,
Yes, it
is
is
it?
78.
Oh, yeah, go outside.
Oh, it's that warm out? I don't even have a window open.
No, you're not.
I might have to get outside today, enjoy it a little bit. Oh, babe, when you get home, that means we're going for a bike ride.
He's literally outside.
He's just sitting there. Remember, I told you he pulled
Oh, my husband's right outside in his truck still.
Yeah. The Coke Zero.
Rob, we're going for a bike ride, right?
Hey, Mom, I have a question.
What, honey?
You know my anxiety, so I just need to ask.
Yes.
They said they upped it to 100 milligrams.
Yeah.
So these are 50. I could take 2, right? And I won't die.
If they upped it to 100 and it's only 50, then of course.
Okay.
Is that your headache medicine?
Yes.
Okay. No, it's fine.
Because I've been stressing all day.
Oh,
so I gotta
Sunshine
do-
said it's 54 there.
Oh,
must
that's
be
chilly.
Nice for you.
Oh, my daughter's happy is 54
She's
there.
the one that's in Oregon.
Oh,
What is 78 degrees to you guys? So we do degrees. You'd have to put it in as probably Google Celsius. Is that what you guys do it?
not Google Celsius.
What? Wait. So no, she's in Scotland. So what is it? If it's 78 here, what would it be there?
Degrees Celsius, not Google Celsius.
No, I was telling her to Google it.
No, you were having a bomb moment.
I was
cut
having
you
a
out.
Wait a minute.
She's
Rob
so-
said you got gas money.
To have gas money? No.
She's
Glenda,
so lucky
wait a
she
minute.
was
Then he
in
goes,
Scotland.
then Cheryl says, need a mortgage for gas money.
Right. No, for real. Our gas prices have gone sky high. It's 12 there, Nessie. So I think you guys do Celsius, right? So would that be like 50 then? 50 degrees? Yeah, because I think you guys use Celsius and we use degrees.
I think we're like the only.
Country that uses Celsius. Like our metric system's completely different than your guys' too. I think our country's backwards in some things. Really, we are.
Okay. Celsius inside here is 28 and outside is 24.
Okay, so right now it's 24 Celsius outside. It's 24.
Right.
Oh, so it's
It
warmer
said
in
inside
here.
is 82 and outside is 75.
Is Joby here?
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
All right, Queen Essie said this 53.6. So what did I say for us today is, what'd you say it was, Mom?
82.
No. In Celsius, what was it?
Oh, in Celsius, oops, I hit the Fahrenheit again. Celsius is 28.
28. It's 28 here right now. So it's a beautiful day. All right. So anyways, I'm still going to go try to talk my husband into going for a ride.
You'll get it.
Look, he's still on the phone. I see him looking at it, walking to the car.
Is he walking to the car?
So 13 there. So that means it's probably like, yeah, it's in the 50s there too. And that's 5:30 in the morning. That's a really nice warm temperature. 21 degrees Celsius there. For your time of night, that's a good temperature too, right? So that's about what, 70 or so? And for us. Celica, what time is it there? Okay, 9:30 p.m. there. What time is it in Scotland right now? My husband's home.
He's been home.
We know that. I know that.
Wow, Glenda. 81 to 58. Oh, no, you're right. No, it wasn't. I think we were about 70 yesterday. I haven't left my house in days. Isn't that shameful? No, don't worry about it, Mom. My mom says she got some gas money.
I got gas money for you.
What you got, 50 cents?
Yeah.
There.
The gas was that.
Here. Oh. All right. Anyways, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I know I said it over and over again, but I keep talking. Thank you guys so much for staying on here and being on it for a long time. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, please. Oh, Celica's an hour ahead of you. Oh, sweet. Oh, it's 10. So it's 10:30 at night up there. So let me think. So that's 1, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10. Oh, so you're 7 hours ahead of us. So you're relaxing for the night now. Oh, I see. It's only 3:30 in the afternoon here for me. That's why I want to go for a bike ride now before the sun goes down. I think this week is supposed to get warmer than it is now. I think.
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be in the 80s.
Yeah, you guys too. Have a great night. Get some rest and relax. Oh, don't forget tomorrow. It's 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. I'll be doing oracle readings. You can tell the sun has shifted in my house because you see how it's darker in here now than it used to be. because the sun is moved. Take care, everybody. Have a beautiful day. Oh, my mama came over to find her lighter. I stole. Bye.
Check this out. What? 13% now.
Yeah, I saw that.